Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Throne of Eldraine draft here. Today we are joined by special guest Alex, known as Court of Calls on the internet. He is many drafts deep. I don't know exactly how many. We'll just ask him, I guess, but he is a expert on this format, as they might say, and he's going to be helping us out today. Welcome, Alex.
Hey, how's it going?
Okie doke. So, yeah, how many drafts would you say you've done of this format at this point, Alex?
I think I'm about 40 deep at this point. No, it's
Nice.
about average for me, but this set's great. So I've just been jamming,
Nice.
as many as I can. And it's just been so much fun. This set's really deep, and I think this pack is actually a good example of that because there's like 5 or 6 cards that you think you could potentially first pick.
Yeah,
What are your thoughts on this pack?
I like, in this pack, I think Outmuscle slightly edges out the Fierce Witch Stalker. Those are the best two commons, in my opinion. And then Deathless Knight is really good if you can play it. Embereth is like super flexible and like one of the better lands, but I'm not really sure where I'd end up.
Yeah, I actually like taking the Deathless Knight here. I think it's like a good notch above the 2 green cards, which are the other 2 picks I would take here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hybrid card, and it's not, you're not going to play it all the time, but it's one of the better ones, and you can play it in a heavy green deck, heavy black deck, or a black green deck. So I think it's worth the slight knockdown and flexibility for the power level here.
Yeah, exactly. What did you think of the castle in that pack? That's one I've gotten to play with once, and it definitely did work. Castle Embereth.
Yeah, the red castle is pretty good. It's definitely, you definitely want to have like low to the ground red creatures, or it's actually not bad if you have like a red green deck with some tramplers, like that can really help, or even red white with first strike creatures. It's just generally good in all the color pairs. I do like taking the castles a little later than on some of the other cards, just because you do have to be heavy in their color to activate them consistently, but they're good.
Yeah. What about this pack? I mean, Okame Ranger lived the mono green dream, but there's also Narrowleaf Pixie.
Yeah.
There's a Scalding Cauldron, which is a really flexible card early, and then there's Rimrock Knight, Runaway Together as other good commons.
Yeah, I like all those cards. I think I would just take Scalding Cauldron here. I think this is one of the more underrated cards as an early pick in this set. We've seen cards that look like this before, and they've been pretty bad because they've been expensive, but this card is colorless removal, and it's really cheap. One of the important things in this set is keeping yourself open to find your open color, because you're so incentivized to be deep into one color, like a 12-5 mana base.
Like
So
with your
taking a
Deathless
flexible
Knights,
card
then you get to play them.
Exactly. Taking a flexible card like this early, it makes it so that you're so much likely to have, make your playable counter and have good cards in your deck.
Yeah, someone tried to compare this to Silent Dart, which is the same card but costs 4 to activate, and the difference between 4 mana and 3 mana is huge, especially on a deal 3 damage effect, because this can like take out their 3-drop a lot of the time on your turn 3 when you don't have anything to do.
It's so much like being able to, even if it's just your first play of the game, taking out their 2 or 3 drop is really nice.
This pack kind of makes me want to metagame this, because I think Embereth Shieldbreaker is really good, and then Weaselback Redcap might wheel. There's also just a bunch of red cards in the pack. But I don't think there's really, I don't think Garenbrig Paladin's good enough over the Shieldbreaker here to be worth taking.
No, for sure. We're probably not taking a green or black card here. I would just say Shieldbreaker. This card is very powerful. Like it's a knight, number one, which, there's a lot of incentives to be knights, but also this set just has a higher than average amount of artifacts. So in a set, and in a lot of sets, the Art of Destroy Target artifact mode of this card wouldn't be that relevant, but you actually do have a lot of targets for
I
it.
like how you said this set has a higher number of average artifacts, and we opened a pack with 5 artifacts in it.
Yeah.
What, and 3 or 4 of them are playable cards, decent cards, like Golden Egg's good, Jousting Dummy's playable, Prophet's playable, and then Signpost is okay. Excellent liberation. And then also, we'll probably wheel some of those red cards, especially the red cap. Matt, the 1-drop red cap, I think, is underrated probably still. In this pack, though,
I believe so.
I think Golden Egg is a very flexible card, but Rimrock Knight goes with the Shieldbreaker better. What are you looking at here?
I think I would take Golden Egg here. I think this is a reasonably high pick, just because, number one, it's colorless, so it has the same effect as Golden Cauldron, where you take it early and it can go in multiple decks, and it just has enough small synergies. It's good in the food deck. It's good to fix your mana, because mana cost can be kind of tricky in this format. It's good in the red-blue draw 2 deck, because it draws you an extra card. So it just goes in enough decks, and it's got enough applications that even though it's not the most powerful card in the world, it's still a nice little synergy piece, and I'll play it in most decks.
It can also enable food payoffs in color combinations that might not always get the best food generation. So green has a lot of the food generation, but say you're in a black deck, so you want extra ways to use your food with your Bog Naughty. You can play a Golden Egg in your black-white deck and enable your Bog Naughty to use your food.
Yeah,
It can
exactly.
also like bring back
That's a
Deathless
great
Night.
thing.
One thing I didn't really realize is that food brings back Deathless Night. Like it doesn't say that on the card, but like that's a really big change.
Yeah, but it does. Yeah.
hmm
Yeah,
In this
that's a great
pack, it's
comparison.
kind of a downer. I mean, there's a Guide Mother, there's a Carver, there's a Seven Dwarfs. What do you want to take?
Good question. I think I'd be on the Guy Mother here.
Okay, I just panicked because I ran out of time on my timer.
Yeah, no worries, no
I
worries.
took a red card because we had seen a decent number of red cards, and I think the Rimrock Knights might come back. I don't know. I think Guide Mother's a solid pickup
Yeah,
there
no,
as
I think
well.
that's like the taking the two drop there is not a bad play there. I think the
Carver would
Guy
be.
Mother's a card I like a
I think
lot.
Carver would have been a significant
But
downgrade for my
taking a
abilities.
two drop you can never go wrong with.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah,
but
out of this pack I like Carver. Carver's like all of the adventure cards are great, right?
yeah,
Because they're on their baseline. A lot of them are just either good static creatures or average static creatures. And then when a 4 mana 3/2 isn't a fine card, you get a combat trick attached to it, which really makes up for any deficits the card might have.
yeah, I agree. I think Carver's pretty good. I think it's a little bit worse than like cards like Guide Mother because it's just a little bit less focused. Like because the 4 mana 3/2 is not like as good in like your curve out beatdown deck.
Totally,
But
yeah.
it's also still pretty decent.
And also worth noting that being a human in green is actually a downside
That's actually so
because
funny.
green has a lot of non-human. Whenever a non-human does this or it, pump a
Also,
non-human spells.
also,
So it's a slight downside, but not enough for me to not take the card.
someone pointed out that it looks just like Shia LaBeouf, and I can't unsee that
It
now.
does look just like
It's
Shia
so funny,
LaBeouf.
clearly
like,
modeled. But now let's get to this pack. There's an inspiring veteran. There's a merchant of the veil. Um,
yeah, I would take Merchant here. I mean, we've got a few decent red cards, and Merchant is at its best in blue red because you can trigger all your draw two cards all the time. But this card is just fine value. Like cycling it on one to get rid of an extra land is really nice, and then in the late game, it can really take over.
yeah. Um, yeah. Moving on to this pack, there's a golden egg. Um, and there's a
And
jousting dummy.
yeah, there's not a ton. I like Swordmaster
Swordmaster
as
too.
well too, but you do have to be heavy knights for it to be more than just the 2/1 lifelink, which is fine, but not exciting.
What do you
Jousting
like
Dummy is
here?
also a card I like because it has knights. It's once again it's flexible. I agree though. I would just take the golden egg here, so for the same reasons we took it before.
Nice. We have a lot of good setup here. Like we have like three cards that are just gonna make our deck pretty much every time. And now we can
Yeah,
take a trebuchet.
yeah. Trebuchet is a nice wheel here.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Funny. I'm definitely taking Trebuchet here, but I'm not. I haven't been too unhappy to run Signpost Scarecrow. The body is actually decently relevant in the format, and in blue white or any deck that wants artifacts, it's just you just want to up your artifact count, and this is not the worst way to do it.
For sure. One thing I did want to ask your opinion on was there was a card a couple packs back, the 3 mana make 2/1/1s, and then you gain life for each creature you have if you have adamant.
Yeah,
What do you think of that card? I forget what it's called. It's called
yeah.
Rally for the
That's a
Throne.
card. Oh, sorry, you cut off there for a second. Just repeat that last part.
It's called like Rally for the Throne. I just
Yeah,
what
yeah. That card's it's okay. I mean, it's a raise the alarm with a slight upside, but it's more expensive.
would you take
There's
the
not a ton
would
of
you just
go
take Youthful
wide
Knight here?
payoffs. Yeah, I would take the
Yeah,
knight
yeah.
here.
Okay, that's what I
There's
thought.
not a ton of go wide payoffs in this set, so it's not really that great. There's a lot of X ones though, so in that you can ambush. So it's an okay card. Hey, look,
I
you're right.
called
You're
it.
wheeled.
It always wheels, but even though it shouldn't, it's a Goblin Knight. We have a nice little red-white deck going. We did see a really late red-white
Yeah, this
inspiring
card.
veteran, so I think red-white might just be a really open spot for us.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a possibility.
Hmm.
I think that yeah, let's take because I don't think this pick matters too much, but let's take Signpost Scarecrow. I think it's the card that's most likely to make your deck. Just a small note on the red cap there as we're
Yeah,
rounding
of
out this
course.
pack. I think this is another card, kind of like Scalding Cauldron, where we've seen versions of this card in the past, like 1 mana, 1/1 small pump ability, that have been really, really bad because the pump ability is pumped for one. But pumping for two is so much more than pumping for one. Like pumping for two makes it so that it can trade with 5, 6 drops really easily. It threatens to the threat of activation on this card is never dead. So you can attack into the later turns of the game, and it's always going to trade with something, or just getting a huge chunk of damage.
Yeah, a lot of cards like this also are like 1 mana 1/2s that pay 3 to pump, which is also
Exactly. Yeah.
significantly worse. So this pack, I don't
Yeah,
know how
that's
much
much
foil
worse.
mythics are worth, but this one's probably worth something.
I believe it's worth a good chunk. So I mean, I think you
Let's
could take the honorable route and take the Iron Veil Tactician, or you could just do the smart thing and take
time
the
to
Magic Mirror.
check the value. This is always what you must do, young listener or viewer. Let's go Magic Mirror. Yeah, it's $12. So, and the thing about Magic Online is it's very liquid currency, so you can just like do this with any card you want. So, yeah, we'll just take the money because why not? It makes it
I
more
think it's
exciting.
definitely up
We have
there.
to
I mean,
handicap ourselves to make the gameplay more interesting. If this wasn't in the
ever
pack,
so
would you be
slightly,
on
because like
would you be on Fireborn Knight or
yeah,
Ardent Veil Tactician?
I would take the Knight here. We're pretty heavy red, and even if we're not like straight red, we're likely to be red white. So I would be on the double striking card here.
Nice.
Although Ardenvale Tactician is also just really close, so I
Yeah.
don't think that'd be wrong either. But when you're heavy, here's the thing about the adventure cards: they kind of incentivize you to be very, very deep into one color because even cards like Fairy Guide Mother, but Ardenvale Tactician is a really good example of that. They're actually secretly triple white cards or triple color cards
Yeah,
because when you draw them on turn 5, you want to be able to cast them for their cast their adventure, but also cast them as a creature.
for
So
sure.
it can be awkward if you're like a 9/8 split man base. You really want to be heavy in their color to play them.
I'm pretty hyped to see a Return of the Wild Speaker. Not gonna lie, this card is one that
Yeah, this card's good.
I think it's really good. Like, because nobody can play around this reasonably. Like, I played around it one time because my opponent made a really suspect attack, and I was like, well, they must have +3/+3. But I feel like this is just a really good card, even though we do have some humans. There's also a red cap that's probably
Yeah,
gonna
we have
win.
a few humans, but like we have a decent lead into red green so far. Um,
Yeah, we have.
I think we'll just take this. Like red green is the deck for us for this card. It's the best deck for this card. Even though, like you said, we have some humans, and there might even end up we might end up in a spot where we're like red white and then have these two eggs splashing this return because it's so good in our deck.
True.
Not sure that's gonna happen, but it's an option
Wow, these packs have been stacked. I think we're definitely in a good spot here for this pack, just based on
for sure.
this. There's an Okame adversary, which is a great uncommon. There's a red cap melee, which is another great uncommon. There's an out muscle. I like Marrowleaf Rider, but not like more than these uncommons. Which one of these two cards do you think is better?
These incomes are real stacked. Because we're mostly red right now, or at least we're trying to like this. The way I like to draft the format is really trying to settle into one color. Once you feel like the lane is reasonably open, I would just take the red cap melee. This card is just too efficient to pass. I mean, sacrificing a land means that you can't cast it in the early game, but on turn 5, when you get to cast red cap melee and play a 4-drop, kill their 4-drop, get in for a big hit. It's just a tempo swing that your opponents can't come back from a lot of times. And sometimes you get lucky and you face a red deck and it's just a 1 mana kill a creature almost always.
I did, yeah, a very similar thing where I was able to cast this into and one of the Rampart Smasher Giants in the same turn, and that was just like felt really wrong and messed up.
Yeah, that's just a giant tempo swing,
Exactly,
right?
because I had like 5 lands, but I was able to just tap it, sacrifice that land, and then pay the other 4. Okay, now there's Bargain, there's Jousting Dummy. What do you think of Gingerbrute? I know this card, I think Bargain or Jousting Dummy is probably the pick. Maybe we should choose the pick and then talk about Gingerbrute. What do you like in this pack?
I would honestly take Gingerbread as the pick. That's what I
Really?
think the pick is here personally. I
You
mean,
think
I think that
Gingerbrute's the
Bargain
pick?
is good. You want a copy or two in your red decks, and I think Jousting Dummy is also good. But Gingerbread, green, red. Not to say we're going to beat it for sure, but that's really the home for Gingerbread. There's a 1 mana 1/1 haste suitable and blockable at times is just good to provide a consistent source of damage, but it's not good enough just to play on its own. You do want things that go well with it. And in red green, there's things like Ferocity of the Wild, that's the enchantment that pumps your non-creatures. There's Grumgully, putting a counter on Gingerbrute. There's you play some pump spells in red green, so this gets into the last 5 points of damage sometimes. I think this is one of the 1-drops you really do want in red green.
I have never played this card, and I'm not going to lie, I would not have taken that line of thought, but I'm excited to see how it plays out now because maybe
Yeah, we'll
I've
see.
been missing out because like that card wasn't even on my radar for a pick. I was like, oh, okay, we're going to take one of these cards and then we'll talk about Gingerbrute. But okay, I like it. We're playing the
I
Gingerbrute
think
deck. We have all these 1-drops. It's
I
great.
think it's secretly a green red gold card, and sometimes can be a mono white card if you have a lot of like silver flame rituals or ways to pump your team. Anyways, this pick. So this is hard because we've got Revenge of Ravens, which is just one of the best cards in the set. But it's not green or red. Not to say we're gonna be green, but what do you think about this pick?
I don't think Revenge of Ravens is one of the best cards in the set. I think it's good, but I think I'd
That's fair.
probably take
I will say it's not. I don't
Brimstone
think it's in the
or
top
Raging.
20. I think I agree with that.
I'd take one of these two cards. What do you think?
I think let's take Trebuchet then. I think if we're meeting halfway, let's just take the Trebuchet because this card's also good, and we don't have any leads in the black. We could splash the Revenge. I think Revenge is a good enough card to splash, but
Yeah, we
I
also
think
have two
right
golden
now
eggs.
we'll just get further into
The
red.
problem with
All right, this pick.
yeah.
What's your thoughts on this pick?
Okay, I like with your Ginger Brute saying Ferocity of the Wilds, but I think Ferocity should wheel. Like, I don't think anybody wants that card. And I know many people have been talking about the virtues of Sorcerer's Broom, and this seems like a good spot to try it out because we have not only two golden eggs and a Scalding Cauldron, but the secret mode on Red Cap Melee where sacrificing a land is upside.
I didn't even think about that. That's awesome.
So I think
Yeah,
that's
let's
probably the
take
pick.
that. Yeah, we also don't like you mentioned before. We actually have a decent amount of humans, and Ferocity is not exactly a combo with Brimstone Trebuchet. So
Yeah.
let's just take the Broom here. Broom can be really really good.
And-
I mean, I've seen a lot of people ask me, is this card good? Like, it seems like a lot of mana to get a 2/1, but you can't ask for all that much out of your 2 mana 2/1, right?
Especially
Sometimes
artifacts.
it's just a 2 mana 2/1 that'll trade, but then sometimes it takes over the game in the late game.
Our deck is so flexible right now. Like, we have one white card. Like, Deathless Knight's probably not making it, but we only have two green cards. We have, like, all colorless and red cards, which just feels so good. Like,
Yeah, it's
we
really
could just
great.
take another Weasel back probably here, I'd say.
Yeah,
Over the
Skull
mine.
Knocker Ogre is not a great card,
This
so
card is
I
like
think we'll
actively downside, so I don't love that card.
Yeah, a lot of the time.
I don't like the Princess.
And I think if you're looking to figure out how to draft the set or get better at drafting the set, this is a great way. This is a great kind of style to emulate. I think just really getting deep into that one color, even though you might see a card like Bognati, which is decent, and like you mentioned before, it's good with her eggs, but I don't know if I'd take you here because it's double black, and in this set you're really incentivized for your mana base to be 12 sources of your main color, 11, sometimes even more than that.
Which is
taking a double black card here that even requires some synergy isn't something I'd actually do.
What do we?
I would just take the tracker here because we have a lead into green red, like we said, and we have these non-creature payoffs in green red, so it's not the best card in the world, but it's actually pretty good when you have a lot of non-humans.
It is interesting though because this card is itself kind of a commitment to playing early green sources because you want to play it on turn one.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess
the
you do have to up your sources, but I think since we're more
Right.
likely to be green than black anyway, we're still supposed to take this card. We have a very
Right,
aggressive
so
deck shaping up. It's looking nice.
I guess the way I would frame it is that I think we're more likely to play tracker than naughty, but I don't think we're that likely to play either.
Exactly. Which do you like here? Errant or Raiders or Mine or?
Good question. I think I like the Raiders just as another 3-drop. We don't have a ton of knights. We've got 2, 3, and this is just a solid 3-drop in the red green deck or just a heavy red deck.
And now we can just take a Spore Cap for the board.
Interesting. I think we would just take Moonlight Scavengers here. Like we've got a decent amount of artifacts, and
my goodness,
like we said, we would like to play this Return of the Wild, Return of the Wild feature. But we might splash it, or we might just end up in getting a few blue cards and playing blue red. One of the nice things I like to do. Okay, so this isn't just a pick. Let's talk about this actually.
Yeah.
Do you like taking Rider here or Scavenger?
Well, the thing is, we want to be heavy red no matter what we do. So I don't think we even necessarily are going to play this 2-drop, and we don't have a ton of food generation other than the golden egg. So I like just taking the Scavengers here, reading the signals late, because this card's coming around pretty late. And our deck doesn't have all that many like super aggressive synergies. I mean, like our deck kind of can stall the game pretty well with these trebuchets, which are also artifacts.
Yeah, and one of the things about like a pick like that is it's pretty low opportunity cost. I know a lot of people would just like stick to their guns and stick to the colors they're already in, but it's just worth taking a slightly better card when the card you're passing isn't amazing or anything.
Wow, we got 3 of them. Like last.
Yeah, I mean,
Magic Mirror is getting in there, boys. Oh my gosh, it was all a sign.
And we got.
No.
Yeah.
This pack is so good.
Oh, hello.
Oh no, Magic Mirror, you're getting back out probably. I'm sad.
Yeah, but we opened its much better brethren, the Circle of Loyalty.
This card is nice. There's also.
Yeah, this card is really good. So this is really interesting. I would be pretty inclined to take it, but at the same time, there's also the Innkeeper. We don't have a lot of adventures at the moment, but Innkeeper is good.
And this guy.
This is a hard pick. This is a hard pick.
The thing about this pack is, of the white, the thing that makes it easier is there's like 4 white cards that are pretty good, but we're obviously, if we're taking a white card, we're going to take the circle. And then like if we're taking a blue
Hmm.
card, we're going to take this Sir Eleonora. And then there's not really a red card because we're not taking Merchant of the Veil here, I don't think. And then
Yeah, I
Edgewall
agree.
Innkeeper is just not that great in our deck. Like sure, we have Garenbrig Carver, but and like we have 3 adventure creatures, but that doesn't really make this card great. I think the
No, you
upside
want
of
like
Circle of
5 or 6.
Loyalty is just super high, because I think
Yeah,
that
I agree.
I think we saw a decent amount of white pack one potentially. Like we saw it in
I
late
agree.
Inspiring Captain, so we could definitely just move back into white red. And the thing is,
Yeah, let's do it.
because like we did see that late Inspiring Captain, we saw this late Youthful Knight, and we didn't see any white in that pack, which probably means that the guy that's passing to us passed us white cards. We passed the guy to our left white cards, and then the guy that passed us to us in pack 2 was playing white because we didn't see a single white card in pack 2. That was even worth
Right, I
mentioning.
totally agree. I think that's kind of a under talked about concept where if you're getting cut in one color in one pack, that doesn't mean you're not going to see it for the rest of the draft. It means that
Exactly.
you're most likely going to see a good amount of it in the next pack. So say you have a
Exactly.
great white card, but you don't get a lot of white in pack 2. That means if you are open enough and you have a lot of good cards, let's say in your base red, you can play that great white card in by taking what gets past you in pack 3, because
Hmm.
pack 3 will probably have a decent amount of white cards for you.
I kind of like taking the Rimrock Knight here. What do you think? Or the
Ooh,
Trapped?
close. I like Trapped in a Tower, but I mean, Rimrock Knight keeps us base red so that we don't have a bunch of white cards. I think I would just say Trapped in a Tower, honestly. Like, we're a little bit low on removal, and this gives us a good lead into playing the circle.
Hmm. The
It's really close, though.
the other thing with the Rimrock Knight that I did like a little bit is it does fuel our double trebuchet a little bit, which is also a nice upside.
Oh, that is true. Well, it's possible at wheels, but I think either pick there would be pretty good.
Oh my
And I
gosh!
think,
I think we have to splash this, right?
oh wow, I didn't even see that.
We
Yeah, I
can
was
we
looking at
can
the rest of
splash
the
that
pack.
off
Yeah, this
Golden
is a good
Egg.
card. So no matter where we end up, we have the 2 eggs, and we might then just end up in green red anyways. So
Especially
yeah,
because we
I
have a
would take that
turn.
here and hope to wheel the red cap.
I don't think we're gonna end up in blue. I think these Moonlit guys are out.
I think so too. Yeah.
But I think that the Escape is a fine pickup, and there's also a Guide Mother. There's a Merrily Rider. There's a Weaselback that might come back. How many Weasel Caps would you play? Would you just play as many as you got?
I think 3 is like my not my max. I'd probably play 4 if I had ways to give it trample or we're really low to the ground. But 3 is the number I've liked.
Okay, I don't think we're playing this Deathless Knight. We'll get him out of there.
Yeah.
Okay, Escape to the Wilds. The reason this card is good is just like for people that don't understand is it's basically a 5 man like draw 4 a lot of the time. That also like kind of ramps you. So
Mhm.
it's just a very good card.
Yeah, unless you hit all like 5 drops off of it, you're gonna be able to play almost all the cards that it
Okay,
hits.
this is another interesting pick. There is a card I do want to ask you about, Crystal Slipper, but I'll ask you about that one after we've made our pick from this pack because I don't know. I've never played this card, and it doesn't look that good to me. But I kind of want to get someone else's opinion, feedback.
Sure, yeah.
What
What
a,
do you think about out of this pack? What's your initial impression of this
my
pack?
initial impression is to take the Rose Thorn Halberd or the Weaselback or the Kenriths, but I would
Yeah,
probably take Weaselback just because I don't my yeah, the Rose Thorn is not a card I super care about unless I have the Double Striker guy. I don't know.
it is good with Ginger Brew, but I agree.
Oh, the Gingerbread synergy.
I think we take the third red cap here.
Hmm.
It's a knight, which is good for our deck. It's a non creature. I'm sorry, non human. I think a lot of people would take Kenra's transformation here, but this is a card. It's okay,
It
but
has
I'm pretty down on this
underperformed for
card.
me. I
Yeah,
am down. I was down on it. The literal first time I played it, I was like, "This card is not as good as I thought it was."
yeah. It's definitely one of those cards that when you see what it actually does in play, you're like,
You're
oh,
like,
I
"Wow,
see.
I turned my opponent's 3/3 into a 3/3." Like, yeah, I never
Yeah.
really. You're like, "Oh, I'm gonna turn their 5/5 into a 3/3," but like a 3/3 is still like a reasonable creature on the board. Um, what do you
Right,
think of
yeah.
Crystal Slipper now that that card's like, I don't know. I was just kind of curious if you've played that card.
I played it in decks with a lot of ginger roots or decks with a lot of fairy guide mothers. So the +1 on it, um, you really want that to augment your creature in a meaningful way. So like giving +1 to a 4/4 is not that meaningful. Giving +1 to an unblockable creature or a creature that's hard to block is pretty meaningful because you can get it for a consistent source of damage.
What do you take here?
Um, I think I'd just be on Hedgewalker here, honestly. Like we're really heavy red, and I don't know if we're playing white. We might just be in green red and not foregoing playing the circle. And I think that Hedgewalker is just slightly better than the the 2/1 first strike in this spot when we already have a bunch of really cheap things. Like we've got a bunch of cheap things ready, so I think we want to have a little bit more beef. But I think that pick's really close, especially with the trebuchets.
For sure. This is just like every card is like a red X card, so we could like always like kind of justify taking it. I think our white card, like our green cards are just super good. Like honestly, if we just played these two green cards in like a mono red deck, that would probably be good.
Yeah, it's really close. It's really like I think we're gonna just keep like we have that great red base and then we
Well,
can
what do we take here
decide.
though?
I would take Flutterfox here.
Yeah.
I
Oh my
think
God,
like
this card is fantastic in our deck. We just have so many artifacts. It's just a 2 mana
yeah,
2
exactly.
2 mana 2/2
I
flyer.
think it's not super clear if we're gonna be green white or green red, but I don't think we have to make that decision right this moment.
Oh, more broom action, more
More
gingerbread,
brooms.
more
Huh.
brooms.
I don't think that Brute is going to be amazing in this deck. We didn't pick up too many of the pump spells or anything.
Hmm.
But I would yeah, I agree. I think I would just take the Broom here.
I mean, we still have all the
Let's see.
synergies
We
that we had
have
before. We have ginger. We can play gingerbread to help it. Scalding Cauldron, Red Cap melee, 2 golden eggs. I don't know. Seems great.
yeah, it's pretty close. And
What do you think it's close with?
I almost just want to take the Jousting Dummy as a non-human and a knight, but I think that's close.
Kind of want to take the broom just because it seems more fun, and I've never played it
Yeah, I
before.
agree. I agree.
Broom
Let's
also
take
seems like
that.
higher upside. Oh my gosh, late trapped in a tower. As we were
Ooh,
saying, white
wow,
is
that's a
looking open.
really so that's good. So let's take that. So now it looks like we're going to be splashing the escape and potentially the return of the wild speaker. Um,
I think that's
yeah,
worth it. I mean,
let's
yeah,
just
it's
slam
probably
that.
worth splashing both. We have this scarecrow and 2 eggs, so we can play like 1 forest.
Yeah, and like taking the golden eggs early, like this is
Oh,
the payoff for that, right? Because
do we?
a
Oh,
lot of my decks, wow, that's
what do we
wild.
even do? Because double white
Are-
is so hard.
oh, yeah, so tough. Honestly, I think the correct pick is Flutterfox here because we have a lot of artifacts and Tactician is going to be hard to cast. Even though Tactician is a better card for sure, I just don't. I don't think it's going to pull its weight in our deck when we
Yeah,
can't cast it on
and
three
and
consistently.
Flutterfox being a 2/2 that just like has flying every time because of all of our flies. Oh, Rimrock Knight wield the galaxy
Nice, we got
brain,
there.
the genius plays. Oh my
We
gosh,
got there.
next level, totally got there. And the would we even play Guide Mother in this deck? I mean, we're gonna take it, but
Yeah, I like Godmother. I mean, it is one of those like secret double
yeah.
white cards. So when we're building our mana base, we might figure out that we can't afford it. But
Do we play Bartered Cow? I mean, we'd probably take it over Crystal
eh,
Slipper. We already
I
have a
don't think I'm
bartered.
ever happy to play
We
Bartered
already have a
Cow.
Bartered
But
Cow in the board, so maybe we just take the Slipper.
sure, yeah.
But I think Bartered Cow. Oh my gosh, it comes back.
Oof.
You take that over the
Wow, that's
profit, right?
nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we have a solid deck on our hands.
Our deck really shaped up there. I mean, Bartered Cow goes up in value when you have double Sorcerer's Broom. I'm just saying. 5
That
mana,
is
make a
true.
2
That is
2.
true.
It's secretly an
Um,
adventure. Where.
so this draft is kind of a great example of how I like to draft this format
Holy sh.
and why Golden Egg is so good because a lot of my mana bases are very deep in one color and then there'll be light splashes of potentially two other colors, right? So here we're going to be like red. We actually ended up pretty even on red and white, but a lot of times I'm like really deep in red, playing a trapped in the tower and a escape to the wilds off of 2 eggs and one land of their respective colors.
I'm glad we took that one Weaselback red cap, though, too, so we got that third one.
Oh yeah, I think our curve right now because of those ones and the twos, oof, beautiful.
Man, the combo between Weaselback red cap in the late game with Return of the Wild Speaker, where you have 9 mana in play and you double pump it and draw 5. Hype.
That is pretty sweet.
These are the next level plays I think of late at night. No, not late at
So,
night. Oh,
just
God.
lying in bed.
Just lying in bed like, how can I draw 5 cards off Return of the Wild Speaker? To Infiltrate.
What is the best way to draw 10 cards in red green?
In red green. Escape of the Wilds into Return of the Wild Speaker.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
the value. Man. Our deck actually
All right,
really came
so
together.
yeah, no, it did. I mean, we picked up a bunch of good power.
I think the
And
gingerbread.
I think we definitely read that. If you think back, black and blue were definitely the least open colors.
Oh,
Like we
definitely.
saw no black or blue. So I think we definitely ended
Yeah.
up in the right spot.
I think we cut this.
What are your thoughts on splashing these two cards here in our mostly aggressive deck?
I think it's fine because we can just play a mid range game very effectively. The thing is, we want to be playing the golden eggs anyway, probably just because they work so well with the brooms and also with just getting our cards cast. And we don't have to like win with straight up just attack you immediately. We can just grind them with Circle of Loyalty, get in with Flutterfox in the air. We have Weaselbacks, which scale into the game. Merchant of the Veil, Brimstone
Yeah,
Trebuchets.
I totally agree. I think so. This is one of my favorite kind of decks where you have the potential to get off to a really aggressive start, but that's not your whole plan
Hmm.
because you can get in a few hits with the red cap and the knights, and maybe your opponent stabilizes, but you're not just dead on board from there. Like it's not like your cards do nothing because you can draw these late game cards that are also good on curve if you happen to have the mana. But then when you draw them after you've drawn your splash source on turn 7 or whatever, they really get you back into the game, really push you ahead. So
Exactly. I think yeah.
sometimes that's not a strategy you want to do because you just want to be so low to the ground because your aggressive deck is so good that you don't want to be messing around with your colors. But in this situation, I think we're in a spot where we've got these cool synergies with Broom that we can afford to play those other cards here.
Yeah, there's also we just have these cards are just so powerful. Like Return of the Wild Speaker can just win you the game on its own. That and
Mm-hmm.
like Escape to the Wilds can like pull you ahead in a very even game a lot of the time. So we have like these three cards which kind of like can do really good work in the late game. So I think it makes it worth it. I think this is probably an 18 land deck just to so we can get a forest in there probably.
Agree. We have a lot of sinks too, as well. Like we have the Cauldron, which demands a little bit of mana. We have the Weaselback red caps. We
Yeah.
have the Merchant of the Veil, which really helps us with our 18
Hmm.
lands.
So I think we cut the Henge Walker first off because we're gonna have a pretty even red and white split because just white was so
Agree,
open that
agree.
pack. Red Cap Raiders is another one I kind of want to cut. Um, I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean it's close. It's kind of funny. We actually don't have very many big-ish creatures. I guess red caps are pretty big. We could take out the Ginger Brute because that's not doing too much here.
Yeah, it does have synergy with the brooms, but we do have other better things to do with those synergies. We have the red cap
Yeah, I
melee, the
think
Scalding Cauldron, and two golden eggs, so that's just way better.
exactly. And we have
Um,
to make. Let's see. Wow, we have to make 7 or 6 more cuts if we want to play 18
I
lands.
would
That's really tricky.
I'd consider cutting a Guide
Um,
Mother here. Um,
yeah, I think we can cut Guide Mother. I like Guide Mother, but like I said before, it's secretly a double weight card.
we also
And,
want to
that's fine.
skew our mana. We also want to skew our mana towards red, I think,
Exactly. Yeah.
because this is a red card. I mean, we have just a lot more early red cards with three Weaselbacks for turn one, and you really want to make sure you have as many red sources as you want for pumping the Weaselback. Like
Yeah.
drawing a
Exactly.
hand that's three plains, one mountain is actually a big downside because then you can like get wrecked with your Weaselbacks. Um, I think the
So.
seven dwarfs has got to come out probably.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty easy cut here.
Um,
And I think we can just cut all but our like premium white cards. Like if we just cut the youthful
yeah,
knights,
I was
like they,
thinking the
they have
same thing.
synergy with their trebuchets, but we don't actually have a ton of ways to help them get in past turn
Yeah,
three,
and there's
right?
also a
Like if
small
we
amount of synergy with circle to get that down early, but we don't really need
that
that.
is true. That is actually a thing. So maybe we can consider bringing them back in once we make our final,
The thing
our final
is
cuts.
all of our two drops are already knights. We have three Weaselbacks, which are knights. We have Shieldbreaker, which is a knight. Rimrock Knight's a knight, as in the name. And then there's a Jousting Dummy. So unless we were like, and we already have like let's just move our non-creatures two drops. Like we have seven two drops, and they're all just better than Youthful Knight. I think like Broom versus Knight is kind of interesting with the circle. But just from mana considerations, the Flutterfox is just gonna be a flyer in our deck every time because we have
Yeah, a lot of the
two
time.
brimstones, two signposts, two trapped in a towers, which also turn it on. This is an artifact. Just
Trebuchets.
trebuchets, exactly. So we just have so much stuff that makes this flying. So I think it's going to be fine if we draw it and can't cast it exactly on turn two. Um,
Agree.
so I think that the useful knight's
So
just our worst two drop, and we don't need nine two drops in our deck.
yeah, and especially as the Weaselback red caps kind of play the role as a 2 drop as well, right? Just a cheap creature. Like it stands in for a cheap creature I can play early. What do you think about cutting the second broom? Considering we have 3 ways to sack things, and we're looking for
Yeah,
a cut.
yeah, we have four ways actually. You're forgetting red cap melee, the legendary.
Oh, true. 4. We have 4.
It's actually super cool. That's going to be the synergy. We voluntarily deal damage to a non-red permanent
Yeah.
just to get an extra broom
to
at instant speed.
yeah, to our own white creature.
Oh no, we kill their blue creature or something in their blue red deck. There's also some options to just do like cut these two cards, cut the two golden eggs, play these three like four cards, and then
Hmm.
have a super aggro deck.
I think that gives up a little bit too much power.
Exactly, I agree. I think
Um,
that I just wanted to highlight that that is an option. I think that it's better
yeah,
to
for
have
sure.
the more flexible package because then if we're on the draw and our opponent curves out on us and we just are like slightly behind early maybe, um, it
Yeah,
just
I
gives a lot
agree.
more options. I kind of want to cut the red cap raiders here. I feel like signpost is a little bit better than it.
I
Um,
agree. Yeah.
and also we kind of like all of our we don't really have like some of our cards are just humans. We don't really want to tap brimstone to crew this guy up. And all of our other guys attack
Yeah,
pretty well.
I agree.
Okay, bartered cow. Sadly, you're not going to go with our sorcerer for today.
Sorry, bud. Sorry, bud. You're on the bench.
You're on the bench, cow. We're not trading you. Though, someone pointed out to me that the Merchant of the Veil, Haggle, discards bartered cow to get a food. So, like, that's like the flavor win because the merchant is the one trading with the cow. It's like ultimate flavor
Yeah,
win.
the sweet flavor deck.
Yeah, what mana
All
base?
right,
Let's sort by
so
color. I definitely think we want to run 10 mountains. I think I want to go 10
agree.
7, 10
Yeah,
7 1. How does that sound?
potentially even more. Like it could be like 10-6-1. Actually, yeah, 10. I like 10-6-1. Or sorry, 11-10-6-1. Wait, my mana
We're going to go
numbers
18.
11-6-1 because the eggs also help us cast the white cards if we need to,
Good point. I
and
think,
our
yeah,
Weaselbacks really demand a lot of white.
a lot of
So
red.
I think weighting our mana base a little bit towards even more towards red is definitely something we can do.
Yeah, also, we can turn one merchant haggle away something. We want to be able to
Exactly,
cast
yeah.
Embereth
Yeah,
as
the
a.
nice thing about this deck is we actually have a decent amount of like filtering. Like we have the golden eggs that digs deeper. We have the merchant of the veil. Like like we already said, this deck can definitely play the late game.
Scarecrow can also help us find like colors. The thing is, I'm worried about. I want to be able to cast this on turn 6 when we draw it, and 6 sources might be a little low. Though I guess golden egg can be a pseudo source of the color.
Yeah, and we can it's not the worst card to cast a little bit later too.
Hmm.
So I think we're making a concession to our mana a little bit there. Yes, I agree. We'd love to cast it every time when we can. Um,
Well,
but
yeah, we also want to make sure we
I
have
think
double red.
the fact that we have a ton yeah, we have a lot of early red stuff outweighs that just slightly.
Yeah, like being able to cast Shield Breaker's Battle Display and Shield Breaker on turn 3 is like really huge, and that needs double red. Rimrock Knight needs double red to do that same thing, so having 11 sources really does
Yes,
help
and
with that. Any cards in the sideboard you see that we should be running, like this Henge Walker or something? The
hmm
Broom. I don't think there's anything we really need. Cutting these white 2 drops really helps
yeah,
for that mana.
I think I like this build here.
Nice. Me too.
It looks like 13 looks a little bit low on the creature count, but keep in mind that Circle of Loyalty is also a pseudo creature.
Hmm.
Sorcerer's Broom can make a bunch of creatures, so
Yeah,
we're not that low. And like like we mentioned, we're not like straight up just a aggro kill you deck.
I mean,
So
yeah, and the only cards that aren't creatures are these golden eggs, like the Scalding Cauldron. Like our removal spells are golden eggs, and then our like Return of the Wild Speaker.
yeah,
Though
exactly. And funny enough, the egg is point 7
is
or
it?
point 5 of a creature or
I'm
whatever.
I'm like thinking about it. Is Return of the Wild Speaker even good in our deck? Like we only have 10 creatures, and like Brimstone doesn't do anything with it. I feel like it's still
Yeah,
just
it's
so
true. Well,
good.
we can just make the cut then. Yeah, make the cut, bring in another creature, and then we can even take out the forest, which makes our mana better because we have the double egg and the signpost scarecrow.
Do you think that that's a reasonable thing to do? Because I'm just thinking about +3/+3 as the main mode here, because we don't have any big creatures, and we have this is a human, so this doesn't get the buff. This is a
Hmm.
human. These two don't care about the
Yeah,
buff.
no, let's take it out. You're totally
I'm
right, and
so sad.
this actually kind of highlights like something that is if you really want to make sure this if you're playing on Arena Magic Online or if you're playing at a GP, like this is an important skill to once you've built your initial deck, just go back and reevaluate because a lot of times when you're building, you can have these ideas in your head of what your deck is trying to do, and then once you finish building, you kind of look and go, oh wait, my deck didn't actually end up there.
Yeah, like
So
once you
that's what
I
happened
cut
here.
the cards that it works with that guy, so I'm just gonna cut that card as well, and also that makes our mana better. We can probably cut the forest now, um,
Yeah.
and rely on the escape. Though cutting the forest feels sketchy to me because we kind of have like I don't know 3 sources
I
ish.
think honestly, I think cutting the forest is you could take it or leave it, but I like not having the forest in the deck, but I think you could play it as well.
What are we gonna add for the forest? A plains?
Yeah, I think I would just put a mountain in, but
and have a 12th
just
mountain.
because of all our early red.
The
But it's
reason I would
close,
add
like I
the
said.
reason I would add a plains is because I don't want to have to. If I'm only going to have the eggs to cast the escape, I don't want to have to use an egg to cast the circle.
Why don't we actually go to 17 lands, put another spell, and now that we've cut like the other
Oh,
green card and we're
nice.
still pretty low to the ground
We can
and like
add
we're
back
not,
Sorcerer's
we
Broom and Ginger Brute. The synergy. No, I'm kidding.
we
I think adding
could
back
do that.
Broom kind of makes sense. I don't know. It seems like
Sure,
a
yeah,
solid option, easy to cast.
let's do that. Let's do that.
Um, and what else do we want? Do you actually think adding Ginger Brute back is fine?
Let's see, gingerbread back. We could. What if we put the red cap back in the 3/2?
The Red Cap Raiders?
Yeah.
That seems okay. It just feels like, I don't know, not a card that seems like insane to me.
Sorry, say it again.
It doesn't feel like an insane card to me in this type of deck. I don't know why. We just don't have stuff.
Sure.
That
I
we're
mean,
gonna be,
either
like,
way,
it feels
we,
like all
we,
of the stuff we'd be tapping to fuel it, because I feel like it's at its best when you're going like this into a 4-drop into a 5-drop, because those cards that you're playing on curve can tap to fuel it. But we go like,
yeah, no. I think at this point the cuts that the cards we're potentially bringing in, like they're all kind of marginal. So
hmm
we're just trying to find like the least marginal one.
hmm
What about just another useful knight?
I'm
Just
kind
ups our
of
knight count.
I kind of think the Ginger Brood is really cute with 2 Sorcerer's Brooms, just because that's like gives it a late game mode that could be relevant, but I don't know if that's actually good.
Yeah,
Because
I
like
think it's like a little too niche. I actually like looking at it again. I think I would just put in the youthful knight.
a youthful knight.
Like helps with our trebuchets, helps with our circle of loyalty.
Yeah. And also the first strike can be
All right,
really a
and I
pain.
think
Nice.
I think that's good.
Yeah, let's see how it does, and hope you stay with us for the matches.
Yeah, of course.
Hello, and welcome to round 1. We won the die roll, obviously playing first. This feels like a keep.
Yeah, this is a pretty good hand.
What are we haggling?
So here's a question for you: are you inclined to haggle on turn 1?
I definitely am inclined to haggle. I think I haggled the trebuchet.
Yeah, just so we can dig deeper for knights or lands.
For lands mostly, because if we get up to the circle of loyalty, we're going to be fine. We can use the Merchant of the Veil as our 3-drop, and I don't think we want to get rid of our 2-drop or the Trapped in a Tower. Though haggling away the Sorcerer's Broom is kind of an interesting thought.
Yeah, maybe we just want the trebuchet as a better blocker. I think it's going to depend. Like, I think waiting here, seeing
Yeah.
what color of mana our opponent plays, is actually going to play into this decision.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, they play an island, so that kind of makes
Yeah,
me think that we don't really want the Sorcerer's Broom as much.
yeah, I
As the
agree.
consistent damage, because this could be a really nice way to break through a shield wall of sorts from Merfolk Secret Keepers.
Yep, I agree with that. And Sorcerer's Broom is a little bit worse here because we just aren't going to have a ton of mana to work with. Like, Broom is fine on 2, but like it really shines when you draw it a little bit later.
Yeah, and also like 2-drops in blue include Corridor Monitor. Like
Yeah, for
that's a
sure.
1/4 that punishes it. It's just like, yes, we do want to discard a card with Haggle's ability. Thanks for asking. Oh,
I always think it's funny that it like you cast it and it gives you the option
yeah,
to not
exactly.
use it.
We just wanted to like show off. I guess it's
Look
so,
at this shiny card I have.
I guess it's so if you have a Lucky Clover out. Oh man, now what do we do? Do we just wait? I feel like casting this for 2 mana is not great.
Against blue, I would just wait. Like, especially when we have this circle of loyalty and we're just gonna take over the late game with it. I think we want to get our cards worth of value. And, like pinging in
Yeah.
for 2 isn't
Even
going to
just
do all that much.
yeah.
I mean,
Even-
it's a recursive 2, but at the same time, against blue, I'm definitely inclined to hold this.
Especially if they have like a Corridor Monitor here, that would be like ultimate value.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Or a Broom of
And
Veil.
our mana is already paying us back. Where we have the double red, so we can cast the Shield Breaker at the same time as we cast its Adventure.
No, our golden egg. One fewer way to cast our Escape from the Wilds.
It's all good. It's all good.
Oh,
This is not a card I like very much. The Apprentice, because even when
Really?
you're in the mill deck, 2 cards just generally isn't enough. Like the Secret Keeper is, looks like we're getting milled. All right, the Secret Keeper is like being 4 is a lot, but two is just a little too little for me.
mm-hmm. Well, things are not going well. Oh, nice. We drew a land. Do you just play the Trebuchet here?
Yeah, I believe so. Oh, nice. Let me draw the Well, yeah, we play Trebuchet because they're gonna play the O4s or a merchant can't get it anyways.
Yeah,
And this is nice.
and also next turn I think we play the shield breaker. So if we draw another land, we can play the circle,
Yeah, I agree with
and also
that.
we can get in 2 pings. So we're getting even more value. Please play an artifact. I beg of you, opponent. Please. Yes!
Can you
Yes!
draw it?
Oh!
Oh, we did it. We did
There's a
it.
slight lag on
Actually,
like you seeing the screen and my reaction. So you just like hear,
actually,
oh gosh. I was like, please
I mean,
play
all
it.
the credit goes to our opponent. I said we did it, but our
Yeah.
opponent was the one who
They
fulfilled our dreams. Yeah,
facilitated this
yeah,
masterpiece.
exactly.
Oh my gosh. I was like, please. Man, punished by our mana. Feels bad, man.
Ooh, that's nice too. That's we can't cast it this turn, but it's a night, so it means that the turn after we can for sure play our circle.
Oh my gosh. But if we had another red mana. I think we cast.
Yeah, like this really highlights what I was saying before, where sometimes you have to have 3 red sources in one turn on an early turn, so you really want to weight your mana towards that direction.
Yeah, man. Imagine if we had 3 planes in one mountain. We would just be so
Oh,
sad.
it'd be absurd because then we can cast the circle next turn.
No, I mean, imagine the
I
opposite
mean,
direction.
if we draw land, we still can.
No, I'm
Oh
saying
wow.
if we didn't
Oh, that's
have,
just the creature.
it would just been like
Yeah, never
a
mind.
nightmare.
I thought that was another Venture Deeper.
Oh no, it was not. I need to remember to ping them because I always forget to do those pings.
Oh yeah, been there for sure.
It's like there was one card that had like a ping effect. It was the stupid you remember the Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs?
Mm-hmm.
I always forgot to ping with that card. Yes. Oh, even better. We can cast.
There we go. All
No!
right, it's okay. We can still in response.
I always forget these little triggers here and there. I love it when they like prompt you on the stack.
Yeah.
Just be safe.
Even like even the best players in the world, they definitely forget those sometimes. I was watching Kyle Chester yesterday draft, and he's the coddler in MTGO. He's got a bunch of trophies. He's won a pro tour at some point in his life,
Nice.
and even he was playing a red deck, and every time, like every so often, he was like, "Oh, yep, thank you, yep, that triggers. I forgot about that once again." So
Exactly.
don't feel bad if you player out there if you forget your triggers some once in a while.
Weaselback Redcap gets to attack past these things and not just trade with an overwhelmed apprentice. If we draw land, we can
Yeah,
get
this is
triple
great
pump
for
it.
us. No, mind you, we do need to put up a bit of a clock here, but
Fuck me. Oh, sorry. I don't usually swear. Holy shit! I forgot to ping. I'm just gonna retire.
you know what? You know what's actually really cool too? This
I'm
is
so
this is on
sad.
enter.
We literally talked about missing triggers for 5 minutes, and then it just like didn't ping them, and then I dropped the F
It's all
bomb to make it
good. It's
even
all
worse.
good.
I'm so sorry, children. Pretend you didn't hear that. Just tell your mother that you heard it from your
So,
father, or vice versa, whichever one you happen to be interacting with. Oh gosh, that's so sad. Okay, so we play our land here probably, right? So we can triple pump this.
Yeah, for sure. The nice thing is that the circle actually untaps the trebuchet too
Wait, really?
when we make a night.
It's just
So
an
we'll
easy
just pass here.
Do we attack? Do we attack with Weaselback?
Will we attack? So we could trap in the tower like the corridor monitor and attack. Yeah, that's actually probably better. Well, maybe we'll wait a turn. Actually, now that I think about it, because
Yeah.
it's really close. I think we want to develop our board a little bit more
Yeah, that makes sense.
before we get in a big hit.
Yeah.
Like if we attack here, we have to pump, right?
Yeah.
We don't have to pump, but we'd have to cast the trap in the tower, which is something we want to do eventually. But I think we're fine just for now. Just passing the turn.
I'm so sad. We're gonna lose with them at 1 life.
Yeah.
It's gonna actually matter, and I'm gonna be like,
Yeah,
wow.
they're at 1 life. They get
Yeah,
their
they
final
mill me.
mill
And
trigger.
I'm just like, gosh darn it, ruined. They're just trying to scry.
Yeah, most likely.
Oh no, it's a
Which
poison.
that's good for them. Like when they're looking for specific. Oh, interesting.
Man, I'm glad we didn't
Sure,
trap into a tower or anything.
That's okay. Like we're pretty far away from decking. They need a lot more. They need to cast a Seeker Keeper like 3 more times before it's actually gonna matter.
Yeah.
Which is a possibility, but when they have a black source too.
Yes,
Okay,
they
it's a little
milled
bit
our
scary.
escape to the wilds. I feel so relieved.
that
That would have been such a.
that might be an upside at this
That's a card
point.
we
Because
side
that
out.
exiles 5
Yeah,
cards.
we sided out now. Man, I'm gonna put a second stop on their second main phase, just so I don't miss this. That's my old trick, my old method.
Just to give you that one reminder.
Yeah, so that when I accidentally click through, I only accidentally click through my main phase, their main phase, instead of anything that actually matters. There's that extra little bit of tension now. Every trigger I get just feels really rewarding. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, they're killing it well.
No. All right, that's okay. We still have a
Little do you
consistent
know, I
source
get to
of.
untap it and ping you again.
Yeah, that is nice. We still have a decent amount of stuff here going on, so I think that's not the end of the world. It would be nice to gain that consistent source of damage, but we're okay.
Opponent, give me my priority. Heck yes. Yeah, also, I am glad that they didn't use that on my Weaselback after I'd pumped it like a million times.
Hey, exactly.
It feels like we're in good shape here.
So this turn,
Ha!
depending on what we draw.
Justice.
Ooh,
I think
we got there.
there's
Okay.
two options. We can either just go for another circle plus trapped in a tower onto their 1/4 and just get in for a big hit, or we could play these 2/3 drops.
I think we'll trap in the tower the 1/4 and then just attack with everything and then play trebuchet. Is probably the best line.
Yeah.
Because this way we get down the trebuchet, which is something we definitely want to do. And then we get in a decent attack here.
Mm-hmm. We attack with everything, right?
Yeah, for sure. They don't have good blocks, and they're not going to be threatening us a large amount of damage with crackback. So.
Oh yes, the overwhelmed apprentice can get in there. Man, I'm glad they didn't make us pump with this. That was nice of them.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's good. Again, that's a nice chunk of
Could
damage.
have pumped them for another 4 damage.
Yeah, and that's honestly, it's not unreasonable to do that. I think it's slightly better to give them the trebuchet, but it's worth considering.
They opt. Okay, I like where we're at here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're 14 cards left. It's a little bit precarious, but at the same time, I think we're still okay. They've only got 2 cards in hand. They've been filtering a bit, but I think we should be okay.
Now just imagine if instead of them being at 10 life, they were at 9 life.
They're at 9.
Gosh darn it.
Revenge. Okay. So that's bad for sure, but this trebuchet kills them.
In the face of your. We have them on a 5-turn clock.
And you know what? It's actually okay because we can still attack when we're at 20. Like, Revenge of Ravens is actually not a good control card. It's an okay control card because it prevents some damage, but you really want Revenge of Ravens in a deck where you're also pressuring your opponent so that they limit the amount of attacks they can have. We're at 20 here, right? Like, we can attack all day, and it doesn't matter.
We don't even care about our life because they don't even attack us at all.
Yeah, exactly. So let's just get it in there.
Let's charge. Weaselback Redcap is actually a legitimate threat here. Sure, you gain.
Yeah, this is what's great about Redcap, right? Like, they need to block it. They need to keep blocking it, or they're just dead.
You know what I really don't want them to have is run away together. Maybe I shouldn't name the cards I don't want them to have, but that would be really a nightmare scenario. And so we could pump 3 times. I think it's still not good to pump, right? We can pump once, right?
Let's see. Yeah, we can pump once. So they're chumping with their apprentice, which is nice.
Yeah.
Or hopefully chumping. Maybe they're buying it back, but
I feel like they just buy back their Secret Keeper, and then we just make a knight and get 2
payments. And they only have 1 card in hand, so I think we're actually doing okay.
I think we're doing great.
They need to have multiple good draws in a row where they draw like things to rebuy their Secret Keeper.
Yeah, man, our Redcap is doing so much work.
Yeah, Redcap's being great here. Something really interesting about Brimstone Trebuchet that I really like too is it fights the food decks in a way, or any decks that have incidental amount of food, because a lot of times like your red white beatdown decks have trouble dealing 26 damage, but with Trebuchet you get that inevitability, and you they gain 3 from food, but you can eventually deal them 3 from the Trebuchet, and it doesn't matter what the board state looks like.
Do you usually check where they scry? I'm gonna check.
Sorry?
They scried with their thing. They put both on top.
Oh yeah, let's check.
And then they drew the card. That's
top. Oof.
They
okay.
topped both.
All right, so now we make a knight. We
No, we
tap
do
a
it on their end step.
trebuchet.
The next level play. If they like run away together our trebuchet in response to the untap trigger. Man, now just imagine a scenario where they're at 9 life.
Yeah.
I always love doing that. Just like throwing out the 1 life point matters situation. Okay, so what's the best card that could ascribe to the top? Probably a runaway together.
Huh. I don't even. Witch's Revenge.
Oh
That
my
would be a bad card here for
gosh,
us.
that would
But
be a beating. Oh my
are we
god.
just? Are they just dead? Because they block. They have to block their Weasel Cap, or they're dead. They take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're close to. They're what? Oh no! They're 1 point off of being
What?
dead.
No! Oh, sad day. Did you keep into account the Revenge of Ravens?
It's all good. It's all good.
Did you factor in the Revenge of
Oh,
Ravens?
maybe 2 points. Maybe I think maybe I counted a little bit wrong, but at the same time, still it's it's coming back to bite us.
It's coming back to bite me specifically. I'm the one in charge of the clicking. It's not really. Oh, this screams run away together. They think they're so clever. 3, 6, 9. I think we just.
I mean, we still just pump, right?
No.
They have to like they. I think they have to block this here.
Oh, good point.
So
I thought I was gonna next level them by doing nothing. Like what
and
else do they spread
this
at the top?
like
They have
blocking
runaway. They have to have runaway together.
You think so?
Never mind. They were just playing us like a violin.
Because if they don't block there, they're just dead.
Oh.
Praise! Oh wow, that's interesting.
Okay. So
Okay, so we just activate and
make a 2/2.
ping, and we're still fine. Like that's actually not a big deal. Also worth noting, I don't think this card is actually that good, which sounds crazy to me. Or if I said that to myself 2 weeks ago, I'd say I'm crazy. But
I think the card is quite
most blue
funny.
decks don't want to attack that badly.
I got
So
wrecked by that.
having a 3/1 flyer that can't block is actually like not really what a lot of the blue decks want.
This card dominated me yesterday. Like it wasn't.
Oh yeah.
But it was pretty much specifically because I was playing a triple Revenge of Ravens deck, and so they would bounce my Revenge of Ravens, and then they would run away together their own Brazen Borrower and bounce my Revenge of Ravens again.
Oh
This
geez.
was on Arena, so I had a bunch of Revenge of Ravens that I wheeled.
Yeah, I guess not to say that the card is bad. It's still like a B minus level card. It's just not like as punishing as it would be if blue was more of an aggressive color.
Headed to end step. Getting that ping in.
All right, they're just dead on board here, correct? Right?
I mean, they do have Revenge of Ravens. And they us for 3, so we don't want to accidentally kill ourselves. But we can cast this Circle of Loyalty for 2 mana. Which is always nice. And then we just attack with everything, right?
Yep, Spash and
So they're going to gain 5, and we're going to take 5. We're going to go to 8. They can block these 2. They're gonna
we can actually I think the white source makes it so that we win because we get to make another knight here. Because they block red cap, they block shield breaker. They go to 11, take 9. Yeah, so I think this is exactly lethal.
If we're 1 point off, I'm going to cry.
Don't worry. The 1 point looks like it didn't matter.
It would be pure justice. Okay, so they take 9. Oh, yeah, it's lethal. Let's go. Man, Brimstone Trebuchet did so much work.
Oh yeah, Trebuchet was great.
What
here.
a house. Oh my gosh. That basically they conceded, so we didn't even have to do the extra click. We didn't even lose clock time because of our misplay. Or my misplay. My misclick.
Awesome. All right, we got there.
Here is the secret tech. We side out our escape. Because that'll just mill ourselves faster.
Yeah, I agree with that. And it makes us a little bit more consistent too.
And we don't need to play Signpost Scarecrow anymore because of we don't have escape anymore.
So I think we actually want the red cap raiders now because 4 power gets through their secret keepers and they're
cut the wilds.
Yeah, that's a great cut.
Guide Mother's not good against the stupid Revenge of Ravens. Do you like Crystal Slipper against Revenge of Ravens?
I think we're actually okay against that card, honestly.
We just need one more
Slipper.
card.
Oh, Slipper. No, I think I like this configuration. I guess we need one more card.
Return.
Uh,
We bring back in the splash. We change what we're
yeah, that's
splashing.
true. We could do that. What about?
Honestly, it feels kind of sick to like just get in for 10 with Flutterfox. Just
We could just play a Slipper, but let's
is it
see.
Slipper in return or bartered cow? Bartered cow seems like garbage. Never mind. Never play that against 04 tribal.
Yeah.
Man, what do we even want here? I kind of want to side in this card because the board's gonna stall.
Yeah, exactly. So like Useful Knight's not like the but maybe yeah, maybe we do just play
We bring
yeah,
in
let's just bring in
that card for Escape
the
to the
return, I
Wilds.
think. Yeah, I think that's
And then we
fine.
can bring in Red Cap Raiders for a Youthful Knight. Because Youthful Knight's not getting cast on turn 2 all that much anyway, and it's a non-bow with return. This seems fine. Sorcerer's Broom's probably not the best, but it is a nice combo with the return.
Hmm.
I really like Shield Breaker in this type of matchup. Yeah, this seems good to me.
All right, yeah, I think that looks good to me.
The person's profile art seems like it is of a giant, and yet they're playing Mill. Oh, we did it. The combo.
Alrighty. So this is a good hand.
Is a nice little
Got the red cap, got the broom, and curve out a decent amount.
Don't mill me on turn 1, bro. Don't do it. Oh, you monster. They milled.
Well, once again, red cap's actually pretty good against this card. So
They milled 2 red caps. This is the last red cap standing. They're gonna feel so impressed when we play a third red cap.
oh no, it's true.
They're gonna be like, man, this is the last red cap. I think we just play red cap rather than the merchant thing, right?
Sorry.
Do we play the red
Yeah,
cap?
we'll just play the red cap here.
I'm sad that Flutterfox is gone. That card would have been a house. Oh, Wishful Merfolk. Hopefully we draw land here. Sorcerer's Broom is going to be nice, though. Do we play Golden Egg or Sorcerer's Broom?
Let's play broom. Let's just. I think our line is just gonna be like broom. Oh, sorry, broom into merchant into pacifying something or trapped in the towering something.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Likely the 3/2.
Yeah. Okay, welcome, Merfolk Secret Keeper. So they could have a Brazen Borrower here. Mountain's a good draw.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so let's just play our
We're
creature.
getting up to Golden Egg with Broom combos being a thing. I think we just cast this. Seems reasonable. And then they Brazen Borrower away the Merchant.
Yeah,
We cannot trap
that's fine though.
Brazen Borrower in a tower. But if they use it here, it means they can't.
No, we can't.
They can't wreck
It's a
us.
flyer.
We need to be careful with the trapped in a tower because we don't want them to Brazen Borrower back like a Merfolk Secret Keeper. And
Right, yeah.
on us. Okay, what'd they get? Wow,
Ops.
Flutterfox just loves hitting the bin off this type of thing. Just first in both times, just diving into the graveyard.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm suspicious. I'm highly suspicious, opponent. This is why I don't like to make this type of play, because if they don't play their Secret Keeper, they're either like next leveling the hell out of me. Okay, there they go. It's like the next level, where you're like, I don't actually have a counterspell, but I'm not going to cast my Secret Keeper to next level them. Like,
Yeah,
I do
exactly.
that sometimes just when I'm not going to. I actually did it one time. I had like a reason not to cast my Curious Twins, but like part of it was that I thought it would mind game the heck out of my opponent, and I didn't have anything to do anyway.
Yeah.
And then yeah, made them think I had bacon to a pie, which was the classic because I ended up drawing bacon to a pie like 4 turns later, and they were like, "Wow, I knew they had bacon to pie," and I was like, "Dang." It was
Yeah,
really
that's,
next
that's
level.
always the funniest when you bluff something and you end up drawing it anyways.
Okay, so do we play just 2 golden eggs?
Yeah, I think we can go egg here.
Or do we attack with Weaselback? Are we fine trading that for a Wishful Merfolk, or do we want to like Trapped in
No,
Tower?
I think the red cap's way too important here to trade off. So I think what we're gonna do is just because we want to probably trapped in a tower it eventually, but I think we're just gonna we don't want to trade our whole turn here for an attack. Or sorry, we can't even because if we trapped in a tower in the Merfolk, we can't
Mm-hmm.
attack past the Secret Keeper.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see what we draw off egg too. That could influence our plan. Also, this merchant can get rid of extra lands, which is really nice.
Yeah, really nice. I mean, we don't have all the time in the world because our opponent's just on the mill plan, but at the same time, that is a way to generate some board presence when we flood out a little bit. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one,
Yeah,
actually.
that guy good.
Wow. So I think what we'll do now is I think trapped in the tower, the Merfolk this turn, get in for an attack, and then next turn we'll have a really good turn.
Do we play our land? Or me just attack and get in for 1 damage?
hmm and like you alluded to before,
I'm so
it's
bad.
really nice to
I should have
pacify
played my
their
land.
non-Merfolk Secret
I
Keepers.
should have played my land, and then I could have held up Rimrock Knight.
Oh, are we on land 5 here?
Yeah. Oh, never mind. Whew.
Yeah, next turn.
All of my
Yeah, not
misplays
not not a
there.
punt. Don't worry.
It's like the
Don't
punts
worry.
that I see in my head. These There was a play in one of my things I did recently where I had a Searing Barrage and my opponent was at 3 life, but they had an untapped Ginger Brute the entire game, so I could never kill them because they were probably playing around that card. And so then like I lost the game, and then right after the game happened, I like couldn't watch the replay because I was going into game 3. But I like forgot that the Ginger Brute had been untapped the whole time, so I was like, "Wow, I just blew that game so badly."
Oh no.
And then I watched it later, and I was like, "Oh, never mind." And then I won the game anyway because my deck was so much better.
This like this board state definitely highlights the power of Roomrock Knight too, right? Just the fact that if they block on their Secret Keeper, it's just gonna be a 2-for-1, right? They like, we kill their creature and we get a 3-1.
Yeah, it's just a house.
So they're on what, 3 cards in hand?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Now the downside is this is that if they do have the Brazen Borrower again, ooh,
that's
that's
gonna
a
be
nice
good at
one.
some point with this broom.
Yeah. So this is interesting. What is our play here? If we Rimrock Knight something and they have Brazen Borrower, they effectively counter our Rimrock Knight and we don't have another threat. So that's worth considering.
I think we play the plains and golden egg first to make inform our choice.
Yes, I believe so, because no
Even
matter
though,
what, we're not going to
but then we
pump the
can't.
Weasel back.
We're not gonna double pump that. I don't think.
Oh, actually, we might double pump it because then like single pumping doesn't get through the Secret Keeper. So I think we just make the attack first.
Also, if we do attack first, we want to do that before, so they can't just bounce the trapped in a tower and like make a trade or something. Though they wouldn't do that, but yeah, I think
Uh
attacking makes sense.
oh, true. That's true. They can. Yeah, let's just do this.
They didn't do
Yeah,
it
I guess they
last.
can
They
bounce the
didn't
trap
do
in
it
the tower.
last turn. I think they would have maybe done that last turn if they had the
I
option.
think so too.
This wild speaker is gonna be so good with the brooms because they're spirits, which means they're non-humans. I like how the copies of broom can also pay the 3 mana. Okay, do we go for
Yeah.
Rimrock? We also know that they have a turn into a pumpkin, so I don't think we go for Rimrock here.
No, I agree. I think we'll pump the red cap once,
Yeah.
and then we'll just play egg.
Yep. I like that line. We'll play the egg over the Rimrock Knight. Okay, those are so tiny.
So tiny. Okay, that's slightly annoying, but not a huge deal.
Still gets in for
So
1.
now do we go for it? They still could have pumpkin, but
Or Brazen.
or that, yeah. Yeah, I think it's a bit too risky to go for the
Yeah, I agree.
well, we're on land 5, so we can we can still just play like it's not going to get to a point where it's going to get too much better. So I think we just do this cuz they're going to get us at some point unless we really draw out the game. If we really draw out the game, then like they're just going to that gives them more time to just mill us.
For sure. Let's just go. Use your turn into a pumpkin on my 2-drop opponent. I'm waiting. They have it. Of course they do.
They have it. That's not a
Oh.
huge deal though.
Oh, they countered it. Ho ho
Oh,
ho.
that's fine. That's like actually
Infinitely better.
definitely
That's like
better than
actually good for us.
yeah. All right, now we just play the egg and we're good.
Next level plays. Wow. I like how we baited and outsmarted them. Clearly, we thought they didn't say please the entire time. Just not a card I mentioned because I just assumed everyone knows about that. We were all on the same page.
Yeah.
We knew that everything we were saying, like Brazen Borrower, is just code for didn't say please. Oh,
Same mana cost, same card,
same
right?
mana cost, same card. I've never
Ooh,
heard that
Trebuchet,
line
nice.
before, but it's so good. Same mana cost, same card. At a certain point, we can just crack one of these eggs to make an extra broom. Oh no. That's not good.
That's slightly annoying.
I like how our merchant doesn't gain benefits from their wild speaker. It is sad. I think we just use this opportunity to get Brimstone down. Then we can start the
Yeah, I
broom,
agree.
and then we can crack a golden egg to make another sorcerer's broom, and just have
Yeah,
another
that's
egg
really
sitting
good.
here. And then we can start just getting in by going wide. And I think we hold. No, do we want this mountain? I think because then we can activate that easier. But also,
I think it's close. I think at this point
there's no reason to
we
play it.
do still. I think we want this 6th land because we're gonna be looting.
Also, then Weaselback can get in. Do we play the mountain out?
Sorry?
We don't. We play the mountain out.
Oh yeah, I play the mountain.
The reason I would like wait is because there's not really like anything we're spending our mana on this turn or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Unless, of course, they have an edict effect, which I don't even know exists in this format.
Yeah, it's like Doom foretold.
Doom foretold, yeah, get wrecked. They play swamp and then plains, and then I just start sacking golden eggs.
All right. So you can make an egg here, or so you can crack the egg to make a
No, I
broom.
have to be able to pay 3. And I can. Oh, I can. I'll do that. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I can pay the 3 right now, right? Okay. Yes.
We still have our circle of loyalty too, so
They do have a counterspell in their hand
you
that we
know
know
that's
about.
yeah, they have that counter spell. But
Pesky counterspell, and we only have 14 cards in our library too, which is really rough. So looting gets awkward, but I think we still are supposed to loot. I mean rummage.
okay, so let's
No, they have
see.
a counterspell.
Do you want to? Do you want to just? What if we make an attack with everything, and then I kind of want them to have to use the didn't say please on this revenge or this return.
The problem is it's not lethal.
So like they make blocks and then we return and then they counter and then that's fine because then we're gonna loot and take some sort of gas and then we're dealing with a bit of damage there anyways. What do you think about that?
There is some argument to just playing the land, cracking our egg for no return value just to make 2 more brooms.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's actually a better play. I like that better.
Because
Because now, yeah, that's no, no,
we can rummage away the return.
yeah, that's way better. Yeah.
I think we do that on their end step though. So right now we just attack.
All right, so we just dash in here. And get it for 2 points.
Because then they can't counter it too, which is nice.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's a way better line. I was thinking that like we we want to get that counter out of their hand for when we draw a circle of loyalty, but making 2 brooms is definitely better here.
The broom is doing work.
Yeah, broom's really good
We have
here.
to play the land to make the broom come online. No, because this can make a mana, and then we can just pay 3.
Yeah.
Perfect. They haven't even milled our red cap thing or our deal 3, so we can make even more brooms. We're gonna set their stop on their main phase to just ultimate value. We're gonna keep this mountain in our hand, I think, so that we can loot it away, maybe.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
I mean, land 8 makes it so that red cap actually gets in for damage, but
he gets in for damage now. He gets in for 1.
yeah. Oh, true. Yeah.
So they have a swamp now. Okay, add white mana. Okay. Yes. Wow, these brooms just taking over.
Yeah, Broom is doing a ton of work
I
here.
have never played with this card before, and it feels awesome right now. Just like so much work. Oh, more brooms! Oh my
Oh,
gosh, the broom
oh,
action
baby.
never stops. Now that we can't
That's really good,
actually
actually.
now that we can't actually cast the return, I think it's fair to get rid of it at some point.
Yeah, well, let's just do that now. I think because I think they would counter the Scalding Cauldron if we just cast it. So I don't think we're gonna do that. I think
Would
we
they
want to loot
counter it?
away
Would they really counter it? Oh
with
no.
the brooms on the table. I think so.
Okay. Do we want to loot away first before we do anything?
There's no downside to looting here.
One,
I mean, yeah,
two.
there's
We
no
don't have enough
downside.
knights to trigger the circle, so do we leave up one mountain or two? I think we get rid
I
of
don't think it
one.
matters too much because we're not going to draw into any like we're keeping this mountain right because we don't
Yeah,
have a way to
exactly.
cast this return.
Embereth. That could be clutch because we know they have
Yeah, that would
artifacts.
be good. Ooh, yeah, that's okay. So, let's see. We just bash in here, right?
Yeah, do we play our mountain first?
Yeah, I think so.
I think we can play the lands now because we're not going
You
to
know,
revenge too
they
much
might even just we should probably just play out the shield breaker because I think there's a good chance they just counter that.
as a 2-1.
Yeah, and then we can just play the cauldron.
It also does untap our knight, our trebuchet if it gets there.
Yeah.
Nice. And we're one land away from this guy attacking for serious damage. And I'm talking serious damage. Okay, so I think we just go for the shield breaker, right? I mean, what artifacts did
Yeah,
we see?
I think so.
We saw corridor monitor.
We saw the Hengewalker, but like I
Corridor
don't know, it
monitor
doesn't matter
actually,
that
like, that
much.
actually kind of majorly shuts down our day. The corridor monitor, but
True.
they're gonna
Yeah,
counter it
I think it's
anyway.
still just worth playing it here because like I don't think we don't have a lot of time to play around stuff is the thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. They might even be dead and like have to counter this. Yep. There goes circle.
Okay, unfortunate, but that's
Let's get
okay.
this Scalding Cauldron in action.
And our red cat melee is still in the deck too, so there's another sacrifice thing.
Oh, yes. That's two more brooms right there. There's brooms in them thar hills. Oh, don't do it. Don't
Uh-oh.
revenge me, bro. Oh, thank goodness. They take 2 damage. Get wrecked.
Oh, that's good. That's great.
Get wrecked. I thought they were going to revenge me and all my
Yeah, me
brooms were going to be
too.
neutralized. Or half neutralized.
They didn't even make the food.
Oh, no. Yes, they played the
All right,
swamp just to bait me. I was like,
we
gosh
got
darn it,
there.
they found the swamp.
All right, we got there. We got
Oh my
there.
gosh, what a sick round, and I hope you guys stay with us for the next one, where we continue crushing with our sweet deck. Hello, and welcome to round 2. We are playing against Stumbling Monkey, and we have a pretty solid hand. I mean, it's not great.
Yeah, we have a decent hand. A 2 and a 3 into a removal spell. I mean, the 3 is not exactly the most beat down card, but it's still fine.
Yeah, it is still a trebuchet, so it's on theme. Ooh, playing against a white deck. Ooh, Cauldron. Okay. We can remove our second main phase stop for now. Maybe I should just train myself to just not need the second main phase stop. Be too high level. Be like at a pro tour, like I need you to stop on your second main phase. Jousting dummy. I think we just go with the youthful knight, right?
Yeah, the Youthful Knight has a better chance of getting in. I mean, there's like some consideration to playing our worst creature so that it's not the first thing to get snapped off by the Cauldron, but I think, they can just play another creature
We
and
want to
it
bait out.
doesn't really matter.
We want to bait out the cauldron so our brimstone can survive. Every time I say brimstone, I think of the way Shrek says brimstone. Brimstone.
Man,
We're getting close.
I love that there's like I was reading the designer notes for this set and they that card all that glitters they actually referenced Shrek when they were talking about that card like in R&D.
All that glitters is gold. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I did not get that reference before. I can't believe it. How did I not
All
get
right,
that
let's
reference?
play Trebuchet and
Do we bluff
pass the
attack?
turn.
The old bluff attack? Representing Silver Flame Squire. Man, Jousting Dummy could have attacked.
That's true. That's true.
I can't wait for them to attack in and us to block with our reach creature. Do we block here?
Hmm.
Because on one hand, they could just have a Silver Flame Squire and we get blown out. But on the other hand, they could just not realize that the Brimstone Trebuchet has reach.
Yeah, that's a pretty. I think it's pretty likely. Also, this is like a free attack for them, and it's not like our Brimstone Trebuchet is not super important. I don't think like it's good, but if they want to use a trick, it's fine. So I think we just block here.
I'm just worried because the thing is, one of the other reasons I wouldn't block is because if I wait until next turn and they make the same attack, I can just Red Cat melee them in response and like
Do the Red Cat melee. Okay, that's fair. So other way, I think it's fine. Like if we block here and use a trick, it's not the worst thing in the world.
Because in a vacuum for me, I like if this was just me, I don't think I'd block because next turn. But I guess next turn I want a double spell, so I'm just gonna block. We'll see what happens.
That's fine.
If
They made a very confident attack. So then the thing is, other way, if they wanted to kill this thing, they could.
Okay, so that's okay. It wasn't Silver Flame Squire, so that's all.
Oh, outflank, that's fine. Yeah.
As long as it's not like a 2-for-1 adventure combat trick, I'm fine. That's a good outcome for us, honestly. Bell of the Brawl, sure.
Yeah, that one's a little bit annoying, but
Flutter Fox.
That's a good one. Okay, so
just go
I guess bash play. I guess yeah, just bash play our two creatures and then pass the turn.
Yep.
Yeah, we're getting hit for 6 this turn, but we've got the Red Cat melee for the turn after.
For the Bell of the Brawl eventually, probably, or yeah, maybe Arden Vale. I don't know which one's harder to deal with. The problem is our answers to flyers. I guess we have to kill the Arden Vale with it because we have Trapped in a Tower that can kill Bell of the Brawl, but we don't really have ways to kill Arden Vale.
Yeah, it depends on how many creatures or how if they play more knights this turn. Like I think if they play more knights, kill the Bell of the Brawl. But
like, how else are we ever getting this off
we
the
would
board?
like to.
We just can't ever kill this. So I guess we're just kind of winning in the race. We don't have to kill it. But that's just my logic, is like this thing's kind of a garbage blocker. It's also kind of not like it's hitting us for 3, but like if they have other knights, it has to attack us to be a good card. Like on defense, it doesn't block any of our stuff. But the problem with this guy is if we ever play a Brimstone, they'll just kill it. We can't ever double block with 2 Flutter Foxes, and like Trapped in a Tower doesn't kill it. So if we're not firmly ahead on a race, we're just gonna get wrecked by the Arden Vale. What do you got, opponent? Flutter Fox. Feels good to have this guy. This card was one of my early cards I was hyped about.
Flutter Fox, yeah, card's good. Card's very good.
Okay, now we just
okay.
Now we kill the untapped one, I think. Oh, that's
yeah. I think we'll cycle. Well, it's interesting because that was really good.
Now we can kill both of them.
Wow, yeah, we can kill both of them now. Okay, so now we just Cauldron their guy again for 3, and then melee the other one
while they're still tapped down, right? And because now that we're super far ahead, we don't have to kill the Bell as much.
Yeah. I mean, the Bell is dealing us more than the Tactician currently, but the if we're racing, the Tactician can block our guys.
Thinking about Shrek, Shrek has a bunch of great songs.
It really does.
Like
tons of good
every
songs.
Song in Shrek is like a complete and utter bop. And I know that when I say the word bop, I sound like a hipster or something. I don't know. Oh no, outflank. Oh yes, go for outflank on Flutterfox, please. Oh my gosh, the Red Cat melee. Please kill the Flutterfox. It has flying. No. Oh man.
Oh, they're smart. They're smart.
So
they went for
sick. Can you imagine the blowouts?
Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
Well. Do we kill the? I think we kill. I mean, Ardenvale just blanks our entire team. What do you think is better here? And what do we kill with our Red Cat melee? Because the life points are equal.
Yeah, this is close. I think we have to just kill the bell, honestly. Like, that's clocking us faster. And, like, yes, the tactician will, like you said, I don't think we're reasonably blocking the bell ever.
The problem is tactician, like, we don't have any ways to kill it now. I think I said that last time, but we could just draw a trapped in a tower for the bell and be okay. And the golden eggs will
Sure,
buy us
yeah,
time.
that's fair. And
We can
we do
double
have,
block the
like,
bell if they don't use their cauldron, but I think it's better to just keep attacking. But I like to just kill this thing
yeah.
because trapped in a tower is an out against bell, where it isn't against the tactician, and we don't have any really flyers to threaten it.
Yeah, I think it's really close.
I'm going to kill this thing and then probably regret it later, but that's what I would do. I just think bell is probably slightly easier to deal with, just because we have two trapped in a towers that we can draw. And we can eventually just double block it.
Yeah. All right. Well, if they have a big threat here, it's kind of annoying, but last card in hand. So,
Yep, no big deal.
ooh, that's a big threat. All right.
Just
So now we really want to draw our traps in the tower.
well, what
We have two looks
can
at
I
it.
interest you in a golden egg?
Yeah.
Oh baby, it's
Oh, that's not
Broom
bad. That's not
City.
bad. So
Okay,
we're not racing here because they have the cauldron and their creatures are much bigger. I think it's actually just better to play the egg and dig deeper to the trapped.
I'm thinking if we play Broom, then we can just get this Bella the Brawl off the table. We just throw away our board to do that.
Oh yeah, that's interesting. I feel like we don't want to do that, but it might be necessary at some point. Like then they just have a 4/4 and we need to draw trap in the tower. I guess we have to draw trap anyways, but then if we draw off the board, then it's not it's gonna be harder for us to win. Like it takes a lot more time for us to win after we get rid of their Sir Alan if
If we
that
don't trade
happens.
with Bella the Brawl this turn, then they're hitting us for 9, so we're gonna go to 2, and we're gonna have to like quadruple block it next turn anyway.
Yeah, that's well, we do have the eggs, right? We can sack them for life.
Yeah, but that's really not a good spot because we don't have enough mana to really do that. And also, I think it's close between the
Oh,
board.
wait a second. I mean, I guess they could hit our no, never mind, never
They
mind.
could rid of our youthful knight with their scalding cauldron, and then we have to double block like
Yeah.
our guys to take care of this. And we take 5, but then we have 2 turns to draw a trapped in a tower. Maybe more if we can sack this egg for life.
Yeah, it's really close. I mean, I think you might be right that we just have to cast Broom here, but it really is
But we do get
not
2 for 1.
ideal.
We could also just broom here and then force them to use the cauldron on the youthful knight. Then just take 9, and then next turn make an extra broom to double block this. But then we just chumping. I think since we can't play any card we draw off the egg, it doesn't really make sense to just cast it here. It's better just affect the board.
Yeah, we don't have any expensive removal spells, so yeah.
I wish we had a red cape melee, but also we kind of had to get rid of the Arden Veil. Man, there was also some argument to like attack with Flutterfox there. No, like, no, never mind. They want to kill the youthful knight.
Yeah,
No,
but then we can't make that block. Like
they want to kill the youthful
they'll
knight
just
anyway.
snap off the one of the things
Yeah,
and
if
get in
if
with
the
for 9 points. Then we're basically just dead.
oh man, this is so sad. Didn't realize just quite how bad this was until this moment. I think we have to just double block the bell. I forgot it becomes
Oh, it's a triple block the bell, right? Because
well.
they can
But if we triple block them, they don't even have to use cauldron.
but if we only double block, they use cauldron and they 2-for-1 us, right?
I mean,
Because the bell's a 3
we're gonna
4/3.
2-for-1 anyway. At least this way they don't have
Well, we do
cauldron
this and
anymore.
then they kill our thing, right?
They're gonna 2-for-1 us. They're gonna
Like at least this way the bell gets off the table.
well, it's like whether or not we want to trade. I guess sorcerer for the scalding because here they'll scalding cauldron. Here we're gonna run out of our guy. We lose this guy for free. So they 2-for-1 us with the scalding cauldron. But then next turn we can sack the egg, make another guy, double block the bell, go to 1. I guess we have to do this.
Hold on. If we don't put all three creatures in front of the Bell of the Brawl, yeah, I think we just need to do that, right?
Yeah, or we could just not block and we could just do nothing and go to 2. I think this is the play, and then we just hope to rip Trapped in a
Yeah.
Tower. Sir Alan was just a really good last card for me to have there. Not gonna lie. This Scalding Cauldron just has so much value. The implied value.
All right. Well, looks like
Come
this is our last card.
on, Trapped in a Tower.
We still have a turn or two to draw it, so it's not the end of the world, but all
And we can gain 6
right.
life.
Yeah.
Which we probably gain 3 life here. Just for mana
Yeah,
efficiency.
for sure.
Because that gives us a whole nother turn. They hopefully have nothing to do. Yes, trapped. Hath thou be? Oh,
Oh,
ooh,
no. That's
merchant.
not bad though. That digs a little deeper when we
We shall
can,
haggle,
give us more hits.
and we will definitely opt into the haggling.
And it's also really good, if we do get rid of this Sir Allen, because that means that in the later part of the game they might flood a bit, and we can fight through that flood on our part. Or sorry, if we get rid of the Sir Allen, if there is a later part of the
Well,
game,
they are going to Scalding Cauldron it most
yeah, they'll
likely.
just snap it off Cauldron. I assume.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe we should play land. I don't know. It's close.
I don't think we have anything. I guess if they mind rot us and we draw even drawing Circle of Loyalty doesn't do anything. None of our cards cost
Yeah.
that much. I guess if we draw our Into the Wilds, we'll care, and I'll be very sad. And then we'll just be 1 mana short of casting a creature to jump block or something. No, they do have this on alert. Well,
Huh.
GG opponent. Let's look at their deck. They have just a bunch of Arden Veils and stuff, which is bad for us.
Yeah. Our deck's got just like a bunch of solid quality creatures.
Yeah, how do we beat that? Solid quality creatures, eh? The next level play.
All right.
Our
I
deck
think.
really
Let's see. Is
sucks
there any changes we want here?
against
I don't think so.
two
What
that
do you?
are really annoying for us.
Yeah.
Youthful Knight seemed kind of mediocre. Like maybe we want red cap raiders for it, but maybe not.
Yeah, potentially, just because it like Raiders clocks a bit more.
Though Youthful Knight would have been kind of good against the Bell of the Brawl. I think it's fine to just keep it as is. TBH. I mean, our deck's just pretty solid. Not really any changes necessary, I don't think. Whew. This is an interesting hand.
All right, this is a little bit of a rough hand, but I think it's still a keep.
Yeah, I think so. But it's a little sketchy. Trebuchet should be good. Because it does deal with the Arden Veils a little bit. And Weaselback can
Yeah.
threaten some damage. Even if we don't hit some lands, we can like just get in
Yeah,
with 3 every
exactly.
turn. Huh. All of the brooms.
All right, 2 minutes. One is not the worst draw here.
Yeah, it's worse than land, but I mean, you can't have everything
Yeah.
you want. If you could just demonic tutor every turn, it wouldn't be very fun. I mean, it would probably be fun for about 3 days while you just proceeded to become world champ. But after that, it's just an exercise in futility. Okay, land me. Heck yes. Play land and then attack. I think Brimstone's probably just better here still. Because then if we draw planes, we can still double spell. And When we play Youthful Night, it'll be an untap.
Mm-hmm.
They have not gotten off to a quick start. Honestly, the threat of
Yeah,
Cauldron in
no,
play
like
made that last game so difficult.
yeah, for sure.
It was like 10 times as difficult as it had to be. Okay. That card's much worse in this
That's good
situation.
actually. That's way better than them casting Tactician for us, right?
Yeah, way better.
All right,
Okay.
that's also good because now we can attack with the red cap and then just play a broom.
Yep. I would have preferred a plains, but you know.
Yeah, beggars can't be choosers.
What a good saying. Trade off your bell, opponent. Trade it off for a broom. You know how scary broom can be, I'm sure. It's just a broom. It's sad that we can't cast the Escape to the Wilds. Oh, that's interesting. So they're trading off. Huh. Oh no.
It's the biggest butt in the world.
Also a Shrek reference. What's that song Donkey sings? Plains. Oh yes. Not really what I needed. I would rather have a golden egg by a lot.
Yeah, yeah, we're like, oh, I would rather be a plains. Well, I would have rather been a golden egg instead, just
You know,
like
golden egg would be an ideal.
consistently wishing it was a better card in your
Yeah,
deck.
exactly. You know, I wish it was like Fireball.
Couldn't it have been the Circle of Loyalty?
We can't cast Circle of Loyalty.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Oh man.
not the best example
When
here.
we
We're
cast
in a
this
good
is
spot though. I mean, like they definitely have to put up some pressure to race this, and if we overdraw green source, we're gonna get to unload. All right, that's
yeah,
okay.
our only green sources are eggs and signpost scarecrow. That's 3. Decent odds. Never tell me the odds. That's a Han Solo line. Or if we draw a red cap melee, we can make many brooms. Probably just keep playing these lands so that if we ever draw an egg, we can just cast everything.
Yeah.
And this Wicked Guardian does nothing on against our Youthful Knight, so.
Yeah, the nice thing is they can't really attack with this this 3/6, or else we start an attack back. Likely they have a big enough play they can block this turn, but
Yeah, but we are clocking them for 1 a turn with our incredible Trebuchet.
man, they still have 5 cards in hand too.
Yeah, they haven't cast anything all game.
Yeah, that's true.
And they also drew a card off this Wicked Guardian. Okay, they're attacking. The thing is, it looks scary, but it's only 3 damage. It's like not
Yeah,
that much
exactly. Right.
damage. I feel like they have on alert.
Oh, that is true. Yeah. All right, they have the knight. That's fine.
Man, our sorcerer's brooms are really. Oh no! Wow, good timing, opponent. Way to cast that post combat.
So yeah, that's good.
Why would they cast that post combat though?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they just forgot.
All I want is an egg. Oh yes.
Oh, so timely.
They don't even get value.
Yeah, that was a good draw. Yeah,
Oh
it's
man.
very rare that Shieldbreaker doesn't have a target in the format, and like it's not even a lot of times. It's not even like I found a target,
It's
which
a
would be
good
fine
target. We
because
killed their
it's
3
just
mana.
stapled to a 2/1, but it's a good target
We
too.
killed their 3 mana play and dealt an extra damage with our Brimstone Trebuchet.
Yeah,
Hmm. If we just attacked here to force through damage, that would be bad, right?
they go to 7. They get to eat one of our creatures and then trade with another. Yeah, that's I don't think that's good here, especially when we have a few removal spells in our deck.
Yeah, like we could just
We can
draw
just wait to do
traps.
that for a turn to do that where the removal spell will help us there. Because if say we draw like a trap in the tower in this position, right? We can trap one of them, and that deals a significant amount more,
Yeah.
and then we don't get a creature eaten.
Embereth also just doubled our clock, which is noteworthy.
Yeah.
Okay, so they probably have.
Whoa, getting in there.
They probably have.
So
On
yeah,
alert.
this looks like on alert, or it could be outflank. The question is, do we want to make them use it? I don't think so. I think if we blocked on Trebuchet, that just is kind of a blowout.
Yeah. Like blocking with Trebuchet is just so bad.
Yeah, it's so bad here.
We could offer to
Which
trade.
this is okay. Like on alert definitely gets us at some point, but I don't think we can afford to block here.
We also just make them hold up the mana to keep it around.
Yeah, exactly.
I would like to draw an egg. It would be nice.
Yeah, we've got a what 1 in 13.5 chance.
And
Or
then
sorry, yeah, 1 in 13.5 because we have two of them.
Signpost Scarecrow would also be fine. Just something that lets me cast this gorgeous Escape to the Wilds. I almost passed turn without pinging. That would have been a definite moral victory for the opponent.
All right, egg.
It's funny that the card I most want to draw is Egg, even though Trapped in a Tower
So
is.
it's funny. I think like this is very, very telling that now they have on alert because they didn't play anything else. So like they're just dead on board almost if they don't have on alert. Which I doubt they would make that attack if they didn't have on alert.
I mean, at this point, On Alert just trades for one of our cards, right? Like it trades for like a
Yes.
creature.
Well, no, because they. Well, yeah, I guess so. I guess so.
Oh, that makes sense.
Ooh, that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, why would they ever not just do that on their turn if they didn't have On Alert?
Boo, boo, mountain.
Mountain, not ideal.
All right, let's play it and pass, and then we do have to. We have a turn or two before we can.
Things are looking grim for your heroes here.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, our deck does not respond well to this treatment of 2/1 first strike and 4 mana 3/6. I mean, it's not like we've drawn infinitely more land than our opponent. We have the same number of lands in play, but we can't cast our card, and also their cards just line up way better with our stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we 2 for one of them here, but they got a
Well,
2
to
for
be
one
fair,
of
they
them.
have drawn a card, 2 cards extra because they were.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, 1 card extra because they had the Wicked Guardian. But yeah. All right, I think we still just take this. But okay, yeah, I think. Oh, okay. Oh,
Okay,
now
now we
I think we
definitely block
block
with
that.
Broom.
Yeah, we block with Broom there
Or
for sure.
this.
Like now they can use the on alert, and that's not the end of the
You would like
world.
to block with Broom or with...
I guess it doesn't matter too
This guy's a
much.
non-human, which can be relevant.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think maybe just the shield breaker then.
I don't think it's relevant in our deck, but also if we draw an egg, there's some potential we would want to use this to make a thing. Or if we draw a red cap melee, we could use this and make 2/3/3s. Okay, that seems okay to
Oh,
me.
it just happens. Interesting.
Interesting.
Huh. Okay.
I think they're doing the math and they like get an extra turn. I don't know. Maybe we were supposed to chump at some point. They're just like holding up this
Yep.
on alert like
Oh, I guess
forever.
no, that actually makes sense. I think because they want to save the on alert for this Ardenvale tactician,
Just in
like
the
getting
nick
it
of
past.
just in the nick of
There we
time.
go.
Okay.
There we go. At the last hour, right?
The final hour, the 11th hour.
The 11th hour. That's the phrase. Yeah.
We just cast escape here, 100%, right?
Yeah, I think we just go for it here.
Yeah, like there's no way we would ever not cast escape. Yeah, I know Brooms. I'm sorry, Brooms. You're just not on the agenda right now. We're going to draw 5 cards. Oh, nice. Another Trebuchet is good. And we can play both those next
Yeah.
turn.
So drawing the second trebuchet is really nice because now we can block the tactician and not feel too bad about it.
Mm-hmm. Man, that was not the greatest escape to the wilds, I must say.
No, it wasn't. But
3 lands, but honestly, We're gonna be fine. It's gonna work
Yeah.
out. I think we've greatly stunted their development by making them hold up on alert every turn.
So are we blocking here, you think, with the Trebuchet this turn?
I think we have to.
Yeah, unfortunately. Okay, so now we can just go block. They might have drawn like outflank. That's a possibility, but that's fine because if we draw like we block first striker on first striker, Trebuchet on tactician.
Yep.
This is still fine because next turn we can just play two creatures that block them just as well.
Yeah. And like the 2/1's not overwhelmingly relevant on this board. Because these 2/1s already can't attack. Maybe we were supposed to chump block.
No, we're still at 9. I think we're okay for now.
Generally just chumping at the lightest possible opportunity is the best.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if they didn't have it this whole time?
They're
They're just like, wow, we're going to bluff this kid so hard.
Yeah.
MTG Legend, more like MTG Get Bluffed.
Well, there's a chance there was a point where they could have used it and they didn't, but I still think they have it. They're like their attacks and blocks just didn't make too much sense if they didn't.
Yeah, it'd be really funny if they just went like pass here, and I was just like, oh no.
Yeah. Well, I've been thinking for a really long time. I think it's probable that they have it, but you never know.
They're probably determining which one's more important. I mean, they've got to have it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they could be outflank versus on alert that they're deciding on.
Maybe they're figuring out how to play around a removal spell here.
Wow. Opponent
Oh,
had it.
Interesting.
Oh, no,
they did it on that.
Are we just dead?
Huh. That's super interesting to me. Excuse me.
They must have something that means that we dead.
Kind of funny too. The Signpour Scarecrow blocks the tactician or the Ardenvale Paladin.
Nice. Wow, that seems like a target that they would not normally choose. Oh no, are we just getting combo killed?
I think not. Maybe. Who knows? They need one more pump spell.
This is exciting stuff. What the heck? Because they could have just decimated
They might just
us.
be doing this. They might be doing this with the last card being at flank, thinking that the tactician can get in for lethal. Yeah. Oh, but they know that the trebuchet is coming, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure what this means. All right, I think we're in good shape. Like, yeah, they play the squire. We go to 2, but we're left with 4 creatures versus their 3.
Yeah.
Yes, we do die to a removal spell still, but that's gonna.
And they played
be
their last
true
card,
for
and
a
it's
while.
not. Oh
Yeah,
my
it's
gosh,
not
they have
that's
nothing.
good. All right, I think we're okay. We're doing okay.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, Rimrock Knight, interesting.
That could be so
yeah,
clutch.
trebuchet. And now we just have to hope. No Sir Alan, no Scalding Cauldron.
Jeez. We could just play Rimrock Knight.
Yeah, we hold this
can't
Rimrock
block.
Knight because it doesn't do anything.
They can't block. We could attack. They go block, block. And then we die. So we're not going to do that.
Yeah, next turn we can maybe do that. All right.
And Rimrock Knight also triggers Trebuchet again.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
We are back in it.
Yeah, I think if they miss this turn, I think we're in good shape.
I like how they just like styled on us with the lash, even though they could have like lashed on Arden Vale. And
Yeah, if they held the lash, it would have been a lot
outflanked
better.
our
Right?
Youthful
Turn they
Knight.
could get through the trebuchet.
Like they could have just lashed our old Trebuchet and outflanked the Youthful Knight, and then it feels like we would have been in bad shape. Or just save their lashes.
So now they're thinking about attacks, it seems.
Don't attack me, opponent. Yes!
Yeah, come get it.
Oh, soon Brimstone Trebuchet shall ping. Yes!
All right.
The eggs are so clutch.
Yeah, the egg, that timely
The
egg once again.
It's so good with
All
our
right,
sorcerer's brooms.
And you know what? I think we actually. So I think we just play the knight, pass the turn, and we're just in great
If we
shape,
play
right?
the
Because
knight,
like
though, we
we
can't
can either
make 2
game
brooms.
3. Yeah, we game 3. We make a bunch of brooms. Oh yeah, let's make brooms. It's even better.
We
yeah.
can't
So
make brooms if
oh,
we
I
make
guess the knight untaps.
We can't play the
Let's see,
brooms if we
1,
make
2.
knight. I mean, if we make
No, no, no. I think you're right because we can make 2 brooms and gain the 3 life off the egg. Like we
yeah,
have 1, 2, 3. We have exactly 8 mana.
we have nine
So, oh,
mana.
sorry, we have my 9 mana, so we can gain 3 life off egg and make 2 brooms.
Yeah,
So now we're not just into a removal spell either. So yeah, I think that's just a great
I
line.
don't think we can play the knight though, because then we don't have enough.
No, no, no. Yeah, we don't play the night. We don't play the night.
And we're just
All
pinging.
right, let's pass. We got 9 minutes on the clock, so we got to
Oh,
play a little
oh
quick.
my gosh, good point. They have 11, so this is just us going into speed mode while we just proceed to
Yeah,
wreck them. Oh man, signpost being a 2/4 is so relevant.
yeah. So good here.
Wow, this is like the perfect flavor text for our situation. Even when hope is but a small flame fighting the night, I will serve the absent king. So everything but the absent king.
Yeah, but you can't get through a 2/4 scarecrow. So I
Yeah,
mean,
the scarecrow
how good
skills.
of a servant are you really?
I mean, he's clearly lost at night. He got sent in the wrong direction by the scarecrow, so it's a flavor win, really.
Yeah, exactly. I also think it's kind of funny. What is this?
Oh,
Knight or
don't be
equipment? Uh
so
oh.
violent.
This is
No, I'm so sad.
That's okay. No, we're good still. We're
We
good.
got this. I think we might just have lethal on
We're
board.
still fine because we get to gain 3 from the gold.
We might just have lethal. I think we do have lethal. Yeah, I think they're dead. As long as their last card isn't outflank. Which, if it were, they would have used it already.
All right, so crack the egg and make 2 brooms, and we just have lethal
Yeah,
actually if you want to go
we
for
have
it.
lethal. I think it's worth going for. If they had
I
outflank,
think so too.
if they had outflank, they would have attacked. Also, we
Yeah.
only have lethal if I remember to
Yeah.
ping. So I'm just gonna
Yeah, that's the
be careful and just ping them here.
that's the rub there.
There's the rub. For in that sleep, what dreams may come to die.
I've been using that phrase so much. I don't know why.
I
Lately.
I've been using phrases from the soliloquy because I read through it in attempts to memorize certain passages of it to impress people.
Oh yeah.
That's the inner motivation. Oh man, opponent is giving us clock superiority.
I was just thinking the same
What a
thing. Yeah,
mistake.
that's so funny.
Oh, they're not ready for the brooms. We're like
How
Mickey
good has
Mouse.
Broom in this draft?
This
Like,
broom has just been
so
like
good.
clutch. It's just win us. It's literally winning us this game right now.
Yeah, and it won us the previous match as
I
well.
know. It's just so good against Mill and white black aggro. Clearly, man, opponent just disconnected in the face of so many brooms.
Yeah, we should have the you should edit this, have the Fantasia in the background.
I'm really shit. I should swear, I'm really bad at editing. That's why I use all these tricks to reduce the amount of editing I do. Just like cut between rounds. My little brother's good at editing. He like edits stuff for me sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's a legend. He edits like clips of he like
Man,
edits.
we're getting clock on this. Like,
I
it's not
can't believe
even.
it. My
This is
opponent.
a positive exchange for us.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So this golden egg that we top decked was like 2 mana, gain 3, make 2/2/1s, and drain opponent of 4 minutes of clock.
Yeah.
The drain on clock is real. Wow, I don't even know where opponent is. They're probably like trying
They're off
to.
to. They're making a ham sandwich or something.
They're probably like trying to sweep, but it's taking too much time. So they're trying to figure out ways that they could expedite their sweeping process. Maybe with brooms and mops animating and helping them. Okay, or they're just okay. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Ping you. Just gonna get that ping in now. Okay. Oh my gosh, the broom combo.
So good.
We
It's
could.
so
It's
good.
not even
Okay, so now
necessary.
we definitely just attack with everything because
Yeah. How many brooms do we make? Is the question. So we play the land. I think we ping them first. So we have 12 lands in play. So we could make 3 brooms and Rimrock Knight buff someone.
yeah, I mean, like, yeah, we. Oh wait, do we have lethal? Wait, hold on.
We have lethal.
Am I thinking about this wrong?
We have lethal by a lot.
One thing goes on.
We have lethal even without red cap because one thing goes unblocked because we have 5 creatures, and then we buff that one up, and then we ping them. But I think killing Sir Alan just makes it certain.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Man, I just want to make some brooms because of the synergy, but it's a negative clock play. So we're just
I
gonna.
think we make at least like 2 or whatever. I
Yes.
mean, we can make 3, and it's pretty low downside. Oh, I guess if we make the third one, we can't cast the Rimrock Knight.
Yeah, I know, but we had to make the brooms for the
Yeah, of
glory.
course.
For the glory.
All right, let's get in there.
This is the most brooms ever. I have never seen 9 brooms in play. Actually, 7
So
brooms.
many brooms.
So many brooms.
All right, now we ping so that they're forced to do something before we are.
Well, they're not dead on board. We have. Oh yeah, right. Good point. Pinging makes.
All right, there we go.
Oh, we
there
just
we
we
go.
didn't even have to play the Rimrock Knight. We disguised it.
Yeah. Okay, and we got that 2 second clock advantage on
Man,
them.
the extra brooms cost us 10 seconds, but we're worth it in spirit.
It was so worth it though,
It
right?
was so much value. I kind of want another youthful knight. It
All
seems
right,
kind of.
I think we just run it back at this point.
I kind of want another youthful knight.
Oh yeah, well, it's close because bad against their tacticians, especially when we're on the
I feel
draw.
like it's got to be better than.
But it's
Jousting.
good against their youthful knight. Yeah, it's close. Like maybe jousting dummy out.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because it's just good against their Bell of the Brawl too,
Yeah.
and also helps with our. I guess Circle of Loyalties also helps with by jousting dummy. Wow, I feel bad about cutting a sorcerer's broom, but I don't think it's correct.
So good.
It's just been so bestial, just like going off. Just key to the success is hit your golden eggs and use them to cast your Escape to the Wilds, and then your Escape to the Wilds finds you your trebuchet.
That's the classic red white golden egg sorcerer broom archetype.
I mean, it's basically. Oh my gosh! Speak of the devil, all 3 combo
This
pieces.
is a great hand. Okay.
This hand is fantastic. Opponent doesn't have a chance. We have brimstones for days. Oh gosh. I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah, it's like
opponent.
slightly annoying, but
That's like really sad. I'm really unfortunate. Oh gosh. How do you
wow,
like
that
the
was a
skull
good draw too.
conversion? We have all of the shenanigans with broom. I think we might have to just trade it for a venerable knight though.
I know it's close. We'll see what happens.
With all of this.
Okay, now we're not going to. Well, maybe we just have to still. I don't know. It's close.
We'll see how.
I mean, yeah. We have to play it because even if if it's gonna become a problem. It's interesting. So we have a choice here. We can play broom. They snap it off. They attack.
We have a second.
Or we play fox. They snap it off. I think we play fox here. Actually, what do you think?
I kind of think since we have a second broom and we probably don't want to just be cracking these things anyway, the broom's probably not going to be that good here. But if we draw a broom later, it'll be fine anyway.
Yeah, okay. That's
I
fine.
think that the fox is just a lot better because it's a 2/2, so it does better against certain things.
Awkward thing is if they play Ardenvale Tactician, we have to trade the Trebuchet no longer blocks Tactician, and the Scalding Cauldron also no longer kills it.
We just won't trade.
But,
We'll just Scalding Call. We'll just not trade that.
Yeah, we'll just take it, I guess.
I hope they are so afraid of our broom that they just trade.
All right, so they don't have it. That's good.
Okay.
Now we probably trade, yeah? Or I guess they could have the knight, the squire.
Yeah, but if they have that, then we're fine getting that out of their hand because our brimstone shuts it down anyway.
Yeah, fair enough. When it takes their turn.
Yeah. Outflank, sure.
No, even better.
Get wrecked. Oh my gosh, we have. I think we just played Brimstone here and make them use their Scalding.
Yeah.
Cauldron.
Yeah, I agree. I like our chances here. I like our chances.
Odds here. We have our Trapped in a Tower for Sir Alan. Kind of exclusive.
We do have to worry about time, but we'll just try not
I've switched over
to think over our discussions too much.
I've switched over
our
to
decisions.
keyboard shortcuts.
Yeah.
Them doing that means they don't have a combat trick. So their 3 cards are currently not combat tricks. Do we just play Brimstone again?
No, it's not bad either. All right, yeah, I'll just play Trebuchet.
Or we could get rid of. Yeah, let's just play the trebuchet. We don't have anything to get rid of really right now. I kind of hope they play Sir Alan because I want to just get the trap in the tower. Hello, Sir Alan. Perfect.
Great, exactly what we want.
It's not something you say every day. I hope they play Sir Alan. Whoops, that was a misclick. Never punished.
Come on, come on. There we go. Never punished. Look at that.
Bravo! The
Look at
next
that. Never
level
punished.
play. I'm 2 levels ahead. I meant to just cast the
So,
trapped in a tower because it's so
but
bad if
that
it
honestly
doesn't.
that works out so much better. Yeah.
I was like it's just such a better play to play the trapped in a tower there. But I was like, I just misclicked on the thing. Oh no.
Oh, oh. Well, we
Hey,
can
never
just
mind.
we
We
can
have
just snap
Scalding
that off.
Cauldron. Yes,
Yeah,
I
Scalding
totally
Cauldron.
forgot. I was so worried.
All right, all right. We got 5 minutes. Let's power through this. I think we can do it.
Yes, not missing any pings though. That's the real question. How many pings am I gonna miss? Man, the ping cost them some valuable seconds. Oh yes.
Land. Ooh, okay, not bad, not bad. So let's just yeah, let's just hit that. Not we don't want that to stick around.
We're not gonna merchant to the veil away of Flutterfox because Flutterfox is great.
Yeah.
Man, this game is going great.
Yeah.
Okay, so they drew something.
All right, so this is the trick.
I think we just don't do
I
anything.
think we do block now, or no, you don't like blocking here. That's fair.
Well, I think if we just wait, we can double block it. I don't know. Also, like, I don't really want them to play the trick and the 2-1 because they can't do anything. If they drew the trick, it means they're just gonna hold it in their hand forever, like they did last time.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, last time they kind of just choked it with the trick because they just sat on it forever. Also, if it's +2/+1 in Death Touch, we could just offer to trade Flutter Foxes or trade our Merchant. I think next turn we just double Flutter Fox probably.
Yeah, unless we draw
I
land.
know they have Lash of Thorns. Okay, they choose white.
Banner.
It's just so weird. Why would you do that post combat?
Right, so we ping, or we don't ping. It's okay. We'll I don't think this game is gonna be won or lost by a ping.
I like doing this one. We have the 10-second
Yeah,
advantage.
I agree.
I like playing the waiting on the Flutter Fox because then if we hit 2 lands off our escape, we can play that. And I like playing the Merchant of the Veil over to trade with Venerable Knight maybe, or trading with Flutter Fox or something.
Yeah, merchant.
You block with Merchant. The reason I'm kind of afraid of double blocking because of the stupid Lash of Thorns.
I think I would just block merchant now because we've got enough gas and like the 2/3. I guess the 2/3 is slightly better than 2/2 flat when they have
I think
tactician.
the rummaging could be relevant though if the game goes long.
Yeah, that's fine.
And the 2/2 flyer doesn't really do much. I think they have the +2/+2, and this also shuts down their 2/1. I guess it doesn't because of this stupid heraldic banner, but
Yeah. Okay, let's just ping an F6 just to save time.
good idea. Smart. If this game just goes to time, that would be the funniest thing ever.
Ooh, good draw. Okay, so now we can play. Yep.
Oh, nice.
A little awkward, but
Let's just play the Flutter Fox.
yeah.
I mean, at least we... That's why keeping this merchant's kind of nice, because now we don't need lands, ever. And we can just go block, block, or something. I think keeping... And now that they have Heraldic Banner... Maybe we do just want to get rid of the merchant.
Yeah, I agree.
I think we need to keep Brimstone. I guess Brimstone can't even trade with a Ardenvale Tactician at this point. So we just go block, maybe. Man, they're getting low on time. Oh, they didn't attack. The game has stalled, and we're going to win. Okay. This thing easily. We're going to red cap melee the Venerable Knight, because it puts a counter on Sir Alan. Okay. Ping. Play Youthful Knight.
Oof, how big of a blow would True Love's Kiss be here?
That's a sorcery.
True Love's Kiss is an instant.
What? Oh, it
Ooh,
is.
okay, that's not too bad.
They're getting that F6 value.
Alright.
Where is it? Oh, it's got it flying from trapped in a tower. I was like, where does it have flying from?
I always forget that. Like I played a deck with all that glitters yesterday, and it gave my creatures like +5/+5. I'm like, I only have 2 artifacts. Where is this coming from? Then I realized it also pumped enchantments and not just on my auras too. Like it's just I was just like, wait, this must be a bug.
They're just yielding through turn. Man, this Weaselback Redcap's gonna hit him so hard. Man, they're making decisions.
All right,
We have
fair.
infinite lands. Our Merchant of the Veil is gonna be great on our turn. We have a
Yeah.
minute advantage. Man,
Yeah, a whole minute at this point. So I think we're pretty.
We did miss a ping.
Pretty good here.
They can't attack us because of our Youthful Knight. Yes, opponent's.
All right, we got there.
We get the
opponent doesn't want to play it through. All right, awesome.
And yeah,
all right,
stay for the finals.
Awesome.
Hello and welcome to the finals. Unfortunately, Chord of Calls, also known as Alex, had to leave before the final round. But if you want to find more of his content, you can find him on Twitter at Chord of Calls and O-Calls, and also on Twitch. He does have a Twitch stream. And there will be links to both of those in the description down below and in the pinned comment. So, Chord of Calls, thanks so much for joining us. I think there's a mulligan. We have like all of our white cards, all of our red lands, though. Maybe we should just keep it because we do have the Broom as a 2-drop, and this is a 4-drop, and it's not the end of the world if we just can't cast these for a turn or two. And mulliganing is just super bad. Should be nice, though. Come on, Broom. Right on time, Weaselback. I should not have expected you. Hopefully we draw planes this coming turn. Let's see what they got. If they do have a counter spell, we can bait them into using it with our Weaselback Redcap. Okay. That seems really bad. Because now we can just, I don't know, copy this at will. Okay, Merchant is okay. We're not going to. It's just so bad for us if they block. We have to get this into place so we can start casting our spells. Okay. Well, that's going to be good in next turn. We'll trade this for a 2/3. And then play a Flutterfox because it can attack. Whereas the Youthful Knight cannot attack. Okay, Fairy Vandal's okay. I think I'm just going to play my 2 spells this turn, and then next turn I'll play Escape. That way I can make full use of the land drops from the Escape. And also it's just nice to get my Brimstone Trebuchet into play. I'm not going to play around Thrill. I think if they had it, they would have cast it. That would, of course, trigger the Fairy Vandal. Okay. So now we kind of have like an empty hand. We have this pinger going. We have this guy kind of going. Sure, that's fine. This thing was going to be shutting it down anyway. Signpost Scarecrow doing work. This is the first time I've ever filtered, like, to cast this in the draft, so that's kind of cool. Okay. So that's going to be good next turn. This is why you play your lands. Man, that was a good card. We'll get to kill the merchant, unlock a bunch of attacks, make a couple brooms. Oh, poor opponent. They do shut down one broom, but that Searing Barrage might end up coming back to bite them. Land. Cauldron. We can trap in a tower the Merchant of the Veil. This seems okay to me. Then attack with everything. We now have them on a decent clock, and the Brimstone Trebuchet does work as well. And trapped is a pretty good answer for Merchant. And I was kind of scared of the Fairy Vandal. Sure, so they're going to take another 6 here. Even though they're pulling ahead on cards now, it's not going to matter when they're so low on life. If I draw a spell here, I'm going to be in good shape. And even if they do stabilize a little, they have to kill this Brimstone still. Just one more big spell and we'll have this one, I think. Even a red cap would probably be pretty good here. Let's see where they scry. If Oh, one on the bottom and two on top. Okay. That's a good draw. That was a really good draw. Merchant is really good in this spot. Not only does it add 4 power to the board, thanks to that extra Flutter Fox we drew, but also, yeah, there's no way they come back there. We're 1 game away, so what do we want here? Honestly, not much. The 2-1 light first strike doesn't seem insane. Probably going to be worse than a red cap raider, so we'll try that change. Just because of the prevalent 2-3s, we know they have a couple of those, and the Fairy Vandal. We're going to bring this home for quarter calls, folks. We're going to come through clutch. After all, Clutch is my middle name. That's not necessarily true, but it's kind of true. Man, the banter really goes down when it's one person. Just down the broomstick. I don't know. What a fantastic hand. The Magic Gods want us to win. 1 drop, 2 drop, Rimrock Knight. Man, this is so good. Weasel back, weasel back. They're chanting your name. Definitely need to make sure we attack before doing anything so they can't Fairy Vandal us. If they trade Fairy Vandal for Weaselback, we're fine though. We'll get the Fluttering Fox into play. We did draw 2 lands, so that made this hand significantly worse. Ooh. We'll trade this plus a Rimrock thing for it. Getting rid of their 2-3 is pretty nice. It means my Sorcerer's Broom can attack. Play an Artifact opponent. It worked last time when I asked them to play an Artifact. Aw, Charmed Sleep. No. That's not what I meant. That's an enchantment. Silly opponent. I think we're supposed to just go for it. Like, if they draw 3 here, we really want to punish that. Wow, the terror. My guy no longer will have flying. Sad day. Flutterfox, how can you not be flying? I feel like that's a major letdown from the Flutterfox. Okay, we're going to put them down to 3. We need a big draw here. They're going to have all the cards. Hopefully those cards are just clunky and slow. They put 2 to the bottom and 1 on top. No! The Stone Coil. Brutal. That's an ouch. Major ouch. Brimstone, please. We just need brimstone. I just love saying with the Shrek voice. I definitely overestimate how good my own Shrek voice is. No! I don't know where that voice came from, but the Mistford River Turtle, give me an artifact! Give me a golden egg. I'm sad. In our hour of need, our deck fed us only lands. Oh no, it is now asleep. I'm not going to say we've lost, but we're not in great shape here. I mean, our opponent probably could have a couple lands, maybe. Where were you last turn, egg? You have let me down. I'm disappointed in you, egg. We need Call of the Wild, or whatever the card that gives me the wild is. Playing our lands, because if we hit Escape from the Wild, or Escape to the Wild, or whatever it's called, we'll want all the lands we can get. Man, that Stonecoil Serpent was a good card for them to have. No! The Fairy Vandal has grown. We should have held the land. I just remembered we have a merchant in our deck. We're going to risk it. If they have another thrill, we get completely owned, but this is our best shot to kill the Fairy Vandal. And this buys us a lot of extra time. That was a good draw. Just got to keep hitting them with these threats that they have to answer. Hopefully they have to use a counter on that. Oh, they don't. Maybe they just have removal. They probably have a kill spell for it, right? Yeah. I am 4 cards behind right now. Gonna hold this mountain in case I draw merchant. They will technically deck first. I have 10 lands, they have 8, but they also got to scry 2 cards to the bottom and pitch a mountain, so we're probably roughly equal in terms of spells in deck. I'm getting to the point where I'm going to wish for a card that I don't have in my deck. I was like, man, True Love's Kiss, free my... oh my gosh, True Love's Kiss gets rid of Charmed Sleep. Oh no. Well, that's really bad. That's not ideal. Come on, draw 5 right here. Draw 5. Leave up double white. Can I cast this? No, not yet. Though that is going to be quite good. At the very least, it should bait out a counterspell. But I'm hoping to do a little bit better than that and just have it resolve. Because then this thing can attack past the river turtle. Actually, it can't because I don't have a non-human. Though the night token is a non-human. Mad is messed up. All my guys are sleepy. You have cursed me with the curse of eternal sleep. Not cool. Would I like a Weaselback? Probably not. Actually, never mind. Weaselback is great. Because they have to block it with two things, and it threatens lethal. I forgot that it's going to get +1/+1. Unless they have Didn't Say Please, in which case I'm sad. Yes! They don't have Didn't Say Please. God be praised. I wonder what they're holding up. Weaselback's actually great. No! Man, they might deck. If they have to hold back enough defenses, they might deck. And also I could find my second Brimstone. Sure, Sarkera. And then the Merchant. Their deck has the tools to grind. I'll give them that much. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So they have 4 lands left in their 12 cards. So they have a lot of spells. That's messed up, bro. Yes, Brimstone. We'll attack like this. We're fine trading this for a couple fairies. Even one fairy is probably fine trade. Because it's never getting through. Yeah, this is fine. Because we don't want to be able to be alpha'd in the air. Just slows down their clock a lot. Like, how are they going to win before they deck out? Like, sure, they can ping with Sarkera. But every time they ping, their deck gets smaller. And I'm at 15. with like unlimited 3/3s. So eventually, I think I'll overwhelm them with Circle of Loyalty. Like, they only have 4 turns to kill me. Like, I do not care about Blood Haze Wolverine at all. Like, sure, it can eat some of my stuff. It's kind of annoying. Actually, that card is kind of annoying. I'm probably going to be winning with pings, though. If they don't hold... Oh, never mind. They have to draw 2 cards in a turn, so it's not going to be active on their draw step, and this thing can block it all day. And I can gain 3 life when I need to. Sad day. Leave me alone, opponent. Leave me alone. Doesn't even count as card draw for their Improbable Alliance. Yeah, Circle of Loyalty's a bomb. I think we want to get rid of the Circara still. Though every Circara activation cuts down on their clock. We've gotten a string of good draws, but it wouldn't have really mattered because we have unlimited for our merchant activations pretty much. We can get rid of Mistford. Let's just do that. If I attack with Merchant and they quad block it, they're dead. If they have a bunch of card draw, like if they draw 2 cards, they're also not in great shape. Like, the circle just makes all the Circara pings much worse. Huh. I think we'll order the fairies first, because killing 2 fairies is better than killing 1 Blood Haze. I'll go to damage. Okay. Sure. That was pretty good for me. I have my string of 3/3s. If they start drawing too many cards, they're just going to die. Like, every Circara activation, like, helps me, and I have 3 extra life in the form of this card. It's the classic blue-red problem where you wish your deck just had unlimited cards in it. Because maybe they could, like, outgrind the circle, which would be still tricky because they just don't have the resources. But yeah, they opt to make a 1/1. Unless they have Midnight Clock or, like, some surprise Secret Keepers they've been sandbagging this entire game. I think we'll get there. Sure. Sure. It is a May ability, so they're probably going to choose not to. Yep. Man, look at all the charmed sleeps. I just realized that. Like, what the heck? They're all asleep. My entire team is asleep or tiny. Oh, man. My impenetrable wall of eggs. Oh, we can get rid of Circara now? Let's just do it. Makes our attacks kind of scary. Why would you do that, opponent? They just lowered their number of turns. Man, just having a knight back that can jump is nice. It just looks so funny. They're all asleep. 2 foxes and 2 red caps. Sure, we'll get rid of the 2-3. Our knights are carrying the squad. Squad goals. Find a card that wins you the game as hard as Circle of Loyalty. What a legendary card. I definitely underestimated it. It's just the classic chip, chip, chip away. Wow, they're attacking me. I'm scared. Wow, another lethal threat. Nice. Now we can just sack for 6 life. Sure, we have 1 more broom, so maybe we just wait. Like, they must have to have like 2 of the blue lands that put stuff on back on top for me to be really scared. And opponent scoops it up. We win the trophy. We do Chord of Calls proud, getting that trophy with the deck he helped us draft. That is going to do it for this video, though. If you did enjoy it, in the comment section down below, let me know by leaving a hashtag Chord of Victory, because we did have a special guest and we got the victory. So that be sure to leave a hashtag Chord of Victory. If you did enjoy it, remember to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel to join our community here on YouTube, and click that bell so you don't miss any future videos. If you would like to find Chord of Calls, he is available on Twitter, and also you can check out his stream, Chord of Calls. There will be links to both of those in the description and in the pinned comment. Big shout out to him. Thanks so much to him for joining us. If you would like to support the channel directly, you can do so via the Patreon, patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. There's a ton of cool rewards there. For even just $1 a month, you get access to my full card-by-card tier list for Throne of Eldraine, which is pretty useful if you're just diving into the format. I always forget to mention, I also stream. If you want to find my stream, you can find it at twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas. So there's a link to that in the description as well. But back to the Patreon. If you I really appreciate everyone that is supporting. The Patreon is growing and it's doing pretty well, and I'm really happy for all that stuff. One of the rewards for being a patron at the $10 per month level is being put in the credits. So thank you so much to all of my patrons that support at that level. It really does help me out a ton, and I truly appreciate it. That is going to do it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.